Welcome to the darkness, my friend. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Hello, everybody! Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Tablestory's Nocturne. How's everybody doing this week? Good?
Excellent.
Excellent. We're going to go ahead, since we're so short on time, we are going to get right into it. Let's see, who's top on the trick? Zeke, would you like to tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about your week and what you're excited for this week on the show? Sorry to put you on the spot immediately.
That's all good. I wasn't sure if I thought like the intro thing that you were doing or whatever. Thought that was going to come first, but I'm ready. I'm a role player. Let's jump in. Hi, I'm Ezekiel III. My character's name is Trick Magnum, but his real name is Henry. But he is a Southern boy, and he got into porno, and he was started as an actor, and now he's a porn producer. He makes pretty decent money. He doesn't live in this particular town, but he is from this particular town. And something happened early on in his life that kind of triggered some weird stuff, and he's been searching for answers ever since.
I love it. I love it. Okay, next up,
I'm looking forward to figuring out what. I'm sorry, I didn't answer the last question.
Okay.
What am I looking forward to?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to figuring out what the fuck we're gonna do with this body.
Wonderful. Oh, Professor Dan, you are muted.
I know. It's
okay.
I was yelling, and I wanted to be muted for yelling.
Yep. Okay.
Because of the body. But I am playing Dr. Theo Ransom. I'm Domestic Dan. And I am a professor at the university with all of these lovely people attending my class on the occult. I don't think I've actually said what I teach outside of that, so I'm not going to. Okay. Yeah. What's going on? What am I looking forward to? You're dealing with the body in my trunk. It would be definitely priority number one. That's the main
priority number one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, priority number two is surviving Halcyon Unbound on Friday, which is another with PB. So
yeah, we're on that together on Fridays. Next up, let's do Emma, aka Classy Katie. Tell us a little bit about your character and what you're looking forward to this week.
Hello, everybody. I'm Classy Katie, and I play Emma, a rather special nurse.
We all love already. So
who everyone has made sure to inform me they are in love with, obviously, because she is the best character, the most intelligent, the highest educated.
Whoa! Already
we won't
getting
go
into
there.
character, are you?
Excuse you, I'm a doctor.
Of what? I'm really excited to see why there's ghost things and why Emma couldn't see it, and what's gonna play out with other people seeing not ghost things, I guess giant dark figures that mimic us. That is, and the time loss. That is, why did we lose time? That is what I'm really excited to figure out.
All right, next up, we've got Katie Peters.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
I play Briar, and she's obviously very edgy, but she sees shadow things that she's seen her whole life. So why is everybody seeing shadow things now? I have no idea. And I also want to see this week if Emma gets hit again.
Most looking forward to this week, another slap for Emma.
Another slap. But yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, we have a body to deal with. I don't know if what's going to happen with the body. That's the next plan of attack, I guess.
And Briar is so edgy that her name changed from Blair to Briar in episode 1 because Katie is such a sweetheart that I typoed on the overlays and then she just went with it. So thank you again for that.
I know. It works. We can make it work.
We can make it work. So we have a Brian and a Briar. Whoops, that's probably what happened there. Speaking of Classy Pax, tell us a little bit about Brian.
Hi, I play a character named Brian Miller. Widow, alcoholic, and kind of hides its emotions through a thin veil of humor and is easily angered. Roll 1 slap. So, yeah. What I'm looking forward to, getting the heck away from the rest of these characters. This is just crazy.
Want nothing
My
to
guy's
do with any of
panicking.
them.
Like, get out of here.
Lovely. And I am Pumpkinberry, and I'm going to be the GM for today. And we have a recap for you guys. So instead of me explaining kind of what happened, we're going to show you a little video, and then we'll dive right into the roleplay. So here we go.
What you are about to see may contain violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and may leave you doubting who you really are. Proceed at your own risk.
Cigarettes out. You look at them and go, "Oh shit, these are Trix cigarettes."
No, I got mine. They're in my pocket right here.
After I'd parked the car, I would like to check the trunk.
There's a body in the trunk of your car. Dr. Adisa Bello.
I shut the trunk immediately.
What? Professor, you look like shit. What are you doing?
Come here.
I grab his keys or whatever. I pull the trunk.
Yeah, just like the it's unlocked.
Okay. I just and I open it up.
To see a dead woman in the trunk.
I close it.
Yeah, she's fully clothed. However, her front, it looks like it's been torn open by really big tears in there. Like something huge grabbed it. Her chest, everything. Like it's like ripped open. It looks like it's got 3 big claw marks down the front and then 1 small one as if there was a thumb like around her breast. As you pull out your smokes, you start hearing this really weird whispering. That kind of sounds like a conversation that you heard in a dream. You realize these aren't your cigarettes. These are the smokes that Brian usually...
Yeah, you see, like, I take a grimace.
Yeah,
just like,
God, and it's gross. You hate his smokes.
Time is fucky. Werewolf lady got ripped apart. Like, shit is being, like, transposed. My smokes for Brian's. Like, he said he had mine, and now I have his. We never exchanged. I hate his fucking brand.
Shadow.
The cop who cried wolf or told us about the story?
The shadow things that the 3 of them saw. The turning around, getting here instead of over there.
The shadowy, it's like a tall shadow standing right behind you with its face, like right there, breathing on you.
Do you see that?
It's standing right behind him. It's very tall. It's again a very shadowy like figure, and it's got wild, moving, almost wispy tentacle looking like bits up on the head. It looks like the professor's hair, but it's alive.
Is anything kind of slowly?
Oh yeah, it mirrors you.
I throw my crutch at it.
So you grab this crutch, and you kind of just, since you're trying to balance and also grabbing this crutch.
Oh yeah, long arm.
Yeah, you just like fling the crutch wildly. You hit Trick a little bit with the small end of the crutch. Okay, it hits you right in the ear, so like kind of the face, and you can feel that stinging. Like, oh, son of a bitch!
God damn, man! What the fuck?
And then the rest of the crutch, after hitting you, propels itself into the face of this shadow, Theo. You feel like you've been punched in the face. Like this, you feel like you just got hit with this crutch.
Am I missing why everyone is beating each other up in the parking lot? Sure, so great. We're seeing ghosts and we're beating up the real people now.
Emma, I need you to shut the fuck up. Are you fucking blind? Do you not see what's going on? Look at the picture on the fucking phone again.
Now hold on a goddamn second.
I see nothing. I have no clue what you're all looking at. You're throwing things and getting violent and hitting me.
If I may, might not be the best idea right now to be hooting and shouting, drawing attention. All right, now, what I'm going to show you is pretty gruesome. And I very slowly, like, open the trunk.
Okay.
Put on my glasses and I look at them. And I say, I told the professor a couple of options here. We tell the authorities, take him right in there, wait for the cop to show up, tell them this fantastical story. We could lie. We could say we found it. Or we could get rid of it.
So you have a dead body in the trunk of your car. Oh, weird. Your cams are... Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so you have a dead body in the trunk of your car. What are you doing?
Just jumping right in. All right.
Yes, we are.
I've examined the wounds, and these are definitely what killed her. They weren't made post-mortem, for those of you not catching on. Post-mortem is death.
Right. I got that. I think the more pressing matter is, what are we going to do with it?
Shouldn't we go to the cops? I mean, we didn't do this. Obviously, none of us killed her.
But none of us touched it, so hopefully we...
And we have no alibi. We literally lost hours. I mean, what are we going to tell a judge? We went to the mountains in 7 hours.
Right. How... Do you know the time of death?
I mean, it wasn't... It doesn't look too recent, but she still has some color, so the blood hasn't 100% pooled under the body.
If it's recent, we can maybe say we parked and someone set it here and...
Can I examine her more further and
Absolutely.
see if it was...
Your roll from last week was actually very good. She's been dead for about 5 hours, if you had to guess.
Okay. If I had to guess, I'd say 3 to 5 hours. The blood pooling is unspecific because it looks like she literally lost most of it before her heart gave out. Normally, the blood will pool at the bottom of a body unless it gets out in another form and, you know.
Most of it was gone prior to being in the trunk. You can assume that that's accurate.
There's no blood in the trunk. Could we get her out of it?
Well, we're already at the ER. Like, we could just run and say we found her in the woods. Like, if we all agree, like, an animal attacked her.
There is blood in the trunk.
There
It's just not enough for her. Where's the rest of it, basically?
Oh.
She must have lost a bunch before she was put into the trunk.
So we're going with lie to the police. Is that what I'm hearing?
What's a lie?
I mean,
we didn't put her here.
The truth sounds like a lie. Lost 7 hours in the mountains on our way to a lecture of the professor that is now dead in our vehicle.
That's beside the point. I'm just saying.
We could just lie and say we found her. We threw in the trunk. We came right here.
So we went to the hospital for my leg, and we didn't bother bringing in the body from the trunk first. And we were talking to a cop on the road earlier. Yeah, that's a brilliant fucking plan.
He has a point.
What else are we gonna do?
I got a big house with a big yard.
I mean...
Wouldn't it be... I mean, I've seen Breaking Bad. Shouldn't we melt him, the body, melt it in a... I mean, dogs can dig that up.
Pig farms, pigs will eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cop that knows we were going to see her. And I mentioned my name and that I'm her friend.
You are far too forthcoming.
Listen, I'm not saying we do anything. I'm just exploring all the options. I'll go with whatever you guys decide. I'm just putting out options.
I mean, our options are lie, which is absurd. The honesty sounds more absurd.
All right.
Or hide the body, pretend we went. Where was the cop from, really? Are we ever going to run into the cop again? If you were a cop, would you be concerned with the random people you found on the side of the road going to see a lecture on time?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes. If you mentioned that cop specifically, you were going to see a dead woman.
All right. I think we put it to a vote. lie to the cop. Raise your hand if you think that's the plan to go with.
I think we need to go to the cops.
And give them the story. Give them a story.
Yes.
Oh, fine, whatever.
All right.
Could have just buried it and lit the car on fire. Just saying.
It's my only car.
I mean, do they know she's dead? Does it, like, I mean, can we look in at, like, can we check to see if she's missing or something? Is anyone's phone working?
Good
Check
point.
my phone again.
Yeah, I pull out my phone too.
No service
Anything?
for any of you.
Okay. Well,
Ew. So that we couldn't even call the police. How are we going to call the police?
we'll take her into the hospital. They have a landline.
Their phones were not working.
Their
Just
phone-
the
their landlines weren't
inter-hospitals.
working.
Just the inter-hospital phones. Were the landlines working? I think I only asked about cell phones. Perhaps the landlines?
Are the TVs working? I mean, would there be a news story about this? Like how, I mean, it might be a slow news day.
What does it matter if there is or isn't?
Because if no one knows she's missing, maybe doing something with the body isn't such a bad idea if nobody's looking for her.
Well,
We should
time
check.
for that has passed. We've all agreed. So let's stick with this. Can one of you go get a wheelchair from inside the hospital and bring it out here? We'll put her on the wheelchair and we'll wheel her into the hospital.
I got that one.
Unless anybody else has a better idea.
I don't know. I think saying that in the time I was here, that I don't know. I have not dealt with something like this before. But I think Brian was right. Us bringing something in afterward and not being very caring about it while we were already in there, and now just happening to bring a body in is maybe more suspicious.
I understand that. But what other options do we have? We could hide it. That's the only option that doesn't have a whole lot of complications. It does have some ethical barriers, of course.
Kids drop off their OD'd friends at the ER every day. We could just dump it in front of the emergency room and drive away. How fast is your car?
Kind of look at it with the the license plate probably barely hanging on with rusted bolts.
Probably not our best option then.
It broke down. What if we dump it and then we try to take off and it just stalls?
I'll tell you what. Professor, give me the keys to the car.
The shadowy
over.
figure that looks exactly like the professor reaches out to hand you something. Opens its hand, but nothing falls into your waiting palm. And at the same time, I guess the professor hands you his keys.
Okay. I'm gonna drive the professor's car to the cop shop, and I'll go by myself. I'll do all the talking, and I'll come back here, let you guys know what's going on.
What makes you think they're gonna let you come back here? You're just gonna show up with a dead body like, oh, thanks, Trick, have a nice day, we'll deal with it.
Well, I was trying to take some of the pressure off you, but if you all want to come with, that's fine.
I'll go.
My-
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go too. I mean,
I'll go.
All right, hop in.
Emma, are there cameras outside this hospital?
Most definitely. There's immense security inside and outside the hospital, so there's an absolute record of us being here. But I'm not sure if they're working, considering a lot of the phone lines are down.
HD, or are they pretty low-fi?
Is there cameras?
Yeah, hospitals usually have cameras. I mean, they watch who comes and goes.
They have cameras, but they're lo-fi. It's black and white. They can only see about 20 feet from the door. It's questionable at best.
All right, but we're just talking out of a car. We came together, we leave together then.
They could tell, like, if two people left a car, though, and just stood outside while 3 other people got back in and drove. Like,
Yeah, so we should all go then.
It's best if we leave as we came, probably. It would look less conspicuous.
Yes. All right. Let's go then.
I get in the driver's seat.
I pop into the passenger. Shotgun.
I get in the hump, or on the hump.
Back seat, feet on the hump.
Backseat
Behind the passenger.
Thanks, Professor. You know, the bad leg and all, but okay, I'll get in the back.
Oh, right. So sorry. I do get out when you mentioned that and walk around to help you into the front seat.
I know everything's fucky, but thank you.
Yeah. Then go sit back in the back seat.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Before I start the car, I lean back to the professor. Anything I need to know about this car? Is it stalled? Is it
old carburetor. Pump the gas 3 times before turning and holding the wheel or the keys for 5 seconds.
Gotcha. I certainly hope we don't have to pop the clutch.
There's an automatic.
Turning the car on and
It starts.
okay.
No problems.
Perfect.
However, the shadowy figure is standing back by the trunk still. It stopped mirroring you when you got into the car, Theo. And it's standing there, just staring towards, if it were like it had a face, it's looking right towards you, towards the car, as you guys pull away. It doesn't move.
As I'm looking in the rearview mirror, I can
oh,
see
yeah.
the figure.
You can see it. Yep.
As we start driving away, I lean or just tell everybody in the car, you know, I have a thought about those shadow people. What if those are the ghosts of choices we made or didn't make?
Are you implying separate dimensions?
Or time.
Is that much weirder than what we've already been through?
I can't explain the lost 7 hours.
All right.
If we don't get arrested, I think it'd be good to maybe make it to my study. I want to maybe look into this a little more.
How many people in this town? Population?
It's small. I'd say about 22,000 maybe.
Okay. Well, police station isn't that far. It'd be about.
Oh no, it's not far at all. It'll take you maybe 5 minutes.
7
Yeah.
minutes,
Yep.
No, I'm just telling the car that I'm only going to be about 5 minutes before we get to the police station. So,
All right.
anybody want coffee, McDonald's, something?
Don't think right now's a good time for coffee.
I don't know if I'd
Or an Egg
want to be
McMuffin?
jittery.
If you don't mind, if we could stop by the convenience on Main, that'd be really nice. Just need to go in there quickly, get some.
I could really go for a nice coffee, to be completely honest. It's been a while.
Did you guys not? There's a fucking body in the trunk?
Yes, my dear, but she is dead. If you did not notice, she's not going anywhere, and
Oh, but yeah,
it's
by all means,
apparently
let's
been
get
7 hours.
Brian, with all due respect, the day's been a little fucked up, and I just want something to kind of unwind a little bit, if that's okay. Just
I
something
might
to
suggest not drinking
get the edge
before
off.
we go to the cops about
Yeah.
a body in the trunk.
I'm not
Listen.
driving. It
Listen.
doesn't matter.
Listen, we're not stopping. Just a joke. We're going to go there. I understand, Brian. I know you need what you need, but they are right. You
All
come in stinking of liquor, it's going to look suspicious, even more suspicious, if that's possible.
It'll be suspicious if we roll up with a white chocolate mocha, too.
Brian, can I see your hands? Hold up your hands, honey. Are they shaking?
Nope, nice and stiff.
I got some mouthwash in my purse if you need it, honey.
Once again, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
would like to remind you, you have not picked up your prescription. I think you probably knew that, but I wasn't sure because you made a choice to get it across town instead of inside the hospital.
Oh yeah, I wasn't
Yep.
even thinking about
Okay.
the prescription.
Okay.
That's like after the
Okay.
shadowy figure and everything.
Yep.
I'm
Nope.
just
Okay.
I'm zoned out. I
Yep.
just need to get
No
numb. I
worries.
need to get numb. Yeah.
Okay. I figured, but I just wanted to remind you in case since it technically happened last week.
Yeah, I remembered.
Okay.
I remembered.
So you guys are driving and you reach the police station. Can everybody roll, please?
Yeah.
Oh.
Briar.
Yeah.
As we pull up to the police station, there are 5 shadowy figures standing on the sidewalk as you pull in. One of them does have the tentacle hair that you recognize from last time. They seem to be standing there just on the sidewalk as if facing the vehicle as the vehicle is approaching. Let's see who else sees this. Trick, you see 3 of them. And as do you, Professor. Emma, you see none. Let me look at this last roll here. Oh, no, you don't see anything. You don't see anything, Brian. You're good.
You guys see that? There's
Yes.
I kind of give him a little wave as we're driving by. I just
You wave at them as you pull in.
at the dark figures.
One of them waves back.
That fucking it startles me a little bit. Like that was not a mirror.
there's
That was a direct response.
What are you talking about?
I waved at one of them and they waved right back. It wasn't like
One of what?
it
the
wasn't like
shadows.
shadowy figures.
You
I
don't
again
see
am
them.
not seeing any shadowy figures.
Well then, this conversation is for those that do. I waved at it and it waved right back. Not like holding up a hand in a mirror. It was call and respond.
I saw that. Confirming it.
I flip them off. I want to see what they do.
I'm not even looking. I'm just looking straight, kind of rocking back and forth in my chair, just trying to think of a way to convince them that we need to go to a convenience store or something. So I'm just trying to, in my mind, think of a good way to not go to the cops first.
Okay. Nothing happens, Briar, when you flip them off. There's no response back.
They didn't do anything to that.
Maybe they're like politeness.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't piss them off.
That would be good.
Maybe they recognized me from the movies.
Yeah, I'm sure they're really into porn.
It's the
Everybody.
ghosts of all the children you didn't have.
Everybody's into porn, honey. You know that.
You guys are sitting in the parking lot. Would you like to get out of the vehicle, or what would you like to do?
Oh, did we get there?
You get there, yeah.
Okay.
They were waiting as you pulled in, so you've pulled in now and you're parked.
I get out.
I follow suit.
I get out too.
I get out.
Okay, as you get out, those of you who can see the shadowy figures, you see all of them turn, face the brick wall up against the police station, and their arms come back behind as if they've been handcuffed.
Oh, how many do you guys see? I have 5. There's 5 of us.
Only 3.
You only see what? You only see 3?
Right.
I see 0.
Frick.
But do you see them? Did you see them turn around?
Yes.
They look like they got arrested.
I like you said, maybe this is like some sort of parallel, like I don't know, like I don't want to get arrested. Maybe this is a sign
Is
that
this
this
what
is a,
to be or what could happen?
like what could happen.
Well, too late now. Because the hospitals might not have good cameras, but you can bet for damn sure that the police office does.
Yeah, we didn't open the trunk. Like, we could have just been like, oops, wrong turn. We're turning, we can get back in the car and be like, oh, we meant to go to the convenience store.
That's a bad idea.
Get in now, then. Anybody getting in?
I'm still in the car. I never left the car. I'm just sitting in there with my thoughts.
I'm gonna get back in the car.
It's a plan, Trick. If all of them get arrested on that thing, maybe if only a couple go in, it'll be all right.
All right.
Some of the cops have been in classes. They might recognize me. Wouldn't think I'd be someone who'd do this. I'll follow your lead. It's out of my purview.
All right. I get back in the car.
So do I then.
All right. My house is kind of a little bit out of the way, but shouldn't be more than 10 minutes.
Oh, we're not going to the cops anymore? What's going on?
We had some mind changing.
Yeah.
We
Let's
saw
go
some
then.
figures outside. Those shadowy figures, those shadow people. The shadow people got arrested, it looked like. Their hands were behind their backs in handcuffs. So that might be a portend of what's to come. Choices we haven't made, choices we're about to make, that kind of thing.
To your place then.
I enjoy your imagination, sir.
Now, if we do this, we have a bond for life. You guys know that, right?
I kind of point at one of the shadowy figures, and I think it's a little too late for that Trick.
Which one do you point at?
I point mostly at the group.
Just generally?
but
Okay.
Yeah, kind of the general group.
Okay.
Any response? Or they just
Nope.
still behind their back, hands behind their backs?
Still hands behind their backs, standing in unison.
I would love to use one of my soul skills.
Yes. All right. What would you like to use?
I have a skill called Aura Sight.
Yes, you do.
So I was using that a little bit to see the ectoplasm in my trunk, which didn't freak me out too much the first time I saw it.
That's right. Okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
so I'd like to roll that skill and see what I might be able to see.
Okay. Go for it.
What was the name of it?
Aura
Aura
Sight.
sight.
Okay. I'm going to look it up in my PHP.
All right, I need a 15 or under to be like a full success,
Yes.
or under a 70 to be
For
a partial.
Yep.
And that is an 8.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. Okay. So. Ooh.
What is your class, Dan?
So you can
we don't
type it in
say
the
it?
chat.
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry, my
you
bad.
can if you want to, but I think he wanted to keep it secret.
I'm
My
a
bad.
professor.
I'm the
No
professor.
problem.
Okay.
They don't
Good.
break it down by spells or by whatever.
Correct. Yeah, this is just one of my skills. Yeah. So,
Okay.
a good question.
So,
The index. Yeah.
as you stare at them, what is it like actually when the professor chooses to use this ability? Is it something he turns on, or is it something that, like, what is it like?
It's like a sixth sense more than anything else.
Okay.
Just as you kind of don't turn on feeling or seeing or smelling, it's just
Okay.
you focus on it a little bit more. Kind of like when you step into a room that has a candle lit. You might smell a few different things, but when you really
Okay.
focus on the scented candle, that's kind of what happens.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I guess as the professor is thinking or focusing more, narrowing his focus, he starts to see a little bit of color around these figures, and the colors are different. You see red around one, maybe a yellow and orange around another, bright green on the third.
Do I see the other two figures now?
Oh, you only see 3, right? Okay, so we'll go with red, yellow, and orange, and then the bright green, and I will refrain from telling you the other two because you don't see them.
So it's red, orange, bright green.
Yep.
Okay. Let me make notes of that. Which one has the tentacle hair? Or which one is the tentacle hair? color?
Bright green.
bright green. Is that the same color that was in my trunk? I think that was a blue.
Yes, the one in your trunk was blue.
Okay. All right. Okay. I kind of focus in with this aura sight in the car to kind of see if anyone's auras are matching the shadows or not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As you look around, I mean, you know your own aura. You've practiced this so many times in front of the mirror as you were trying to get better at this ability. Yours is bright green, in fact. And it looks like Brian's is red. And Briar is yellow and orange.
Okay. Am I able to see anyone else's aura in the car?
Are you? Yes, you are. So you have Emma that has a blue, and Trix is purple.
Okie dokie. Okie doke. All right, and that's mostly what it reveals. Nothing outside of being able to kind of match auras and see who's doing what.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, and it's like an identical match in the auras. Nothing off about them.
They look a little bit less bright on the shadowy figures.
Okay. Okay. All right. I don't do anything else with that for the time being.
Okay. Can everybody roll for me? We arrive at Trick's house. Nothing else occurs. Trick, do you want to describe what your house looks like for us?
Yeah, it's not like a mansion or anything, but it's definitely like a nice country home. Like I know plantation is kind of a trigger word, but like a plantation house, but like half, like not as palatial. It's like half the size of that. It has a nice like balcony and porch and all that kind of stuff. And in the back, it has kind of a nice fenced in yard with some like, you know, feng shui shit, water feature, you know, that kind of thing. Hot tub.
A pool, hot tub. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. And there's not a neighbor that you can see like for a long way. Like we've been driving a little bit and we haven't seen a house in a couple minutes, so it's kind of out of the way to where you can kind of tell from it like this is where he goes to be, you know, by himself and away from his job in the city and stuff.
The town is around a very, very large lake. It's part of what makes it such a tourist attraction. So this is along the peninsula area. So it's a lot of very wealthy people here, lots of yard and space. You have like the houses on the one side and then there's docks usually on the other where the lake is. So he's got quite a bit of space. Okay, so you guys arrive.
And I drive the car into my garage.
Into your garage, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a 2-car garage, 3-car garage? I imagine it's more than just a 1.
It'd be 3.
Okay, 3. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody roll one more time, please. Okay. No one sees anything right now. What would you like to do? You are in Trick's garage. I don't think any of you have ever been here before. This is the first time.
Well, I as I'm getting out of the car, make yourselves at home.
Well, what are we gonna do? We still have a body.
I know. I'm getting to that.
Am I like the only one that's stressed out about this?
I'm dying on the inside.
It appears so.
That help? The reason probably why I'm not freaking out as much as I probably a normal person would be is because I'm not sure if I believe what I'm seeing. So it still seems like it's not real.
With the shadows and all of that and time displacement.
Well,
in agreement, Trick.
Hell, she might not even be in the trunk anymore. She appeared there. She could have disappeared. Let's go. I'm going to go check. And I go around to the trunk.
Yeah, go with you.
Pop it open.
Roll.
Roll.
Both of us or just Trick?
Both of you.
Okay.
Ooh, big 8.
Very
yeah,
nice.
she's still there.
Damn it.
Roll well, now we know.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Professor, I am curious if you have any thoughts on this. I told Emma, I told Brian, I've seen shadows or a shadowy figure my whole life, and now we're seeing more of them. What does it mean? Does it mean anything?
I think, and I'm trying to recall anything I might have read similar to this, and I'd like to use another skill called Dark Knowledge.
Oh
It's
my.
my study into the occult specifically.
That's right. Okay, go ahead and roll. Now, originally, I'm just going to let everybody know what we had decided for this, as the professor, is your studies into the occult were very surface level studies. So, okay, go ahead.
Finding basically what I can find publicly and easily.
Like junk fiction of what exists out there. Yes.
Maybe
Got it.
like little pieces here and there, but hard to tell. Roll.
Okay.
51. So undermined, but over Dark Knowledge.
Slender Man comes up, which is this being that people say was made up on the internet, on Reddit or 4chan, something like that. It's just this tall creature that, sits in the woods and follows you and then eats you alive. But nothing really on shadowy people or figures other than that.
Nothing, honestly. There's some folklore that it doesn't look like this, especially since I've seen it, if it's similar.
Well, we got it here now. The end game for this situation is that we burn it, bury it, dissolve it, something. But before we do that, anybody want to do any more studying on it? Nurse, doctor, professor, anything?
There's nothing much more I can look at. We see the cause of death. She's obviously dead. Is anyone more interested in why?
Well, I am. Can we all see her in the trunk still?
Yes. Yes. She's still in the trunk.
It's the thing that I saw as a kid had claws. They were like knives that came out of its hands. And
Wait, the shadowy figure.
Yes, it's different than the ones that we're seeing.
As she's talking, I'm going through the pockets of the body.
It had claws, but they were like knives, and like I told you, it scratched my door. There's scratches on her body.
When is the last time you saw that one?
That was back in Maine in college, and I moved here and I haven't seen it since. And now I'm seeing shadows again.
We're all seeing it. That's a bit of the difference.
Yeah, I haven't seen that specific, the one with the claws, but there's ones that look like us.
Yes. Did this body have an aura?
Yes, it did.
I can't remember if I saw it last time or not.
It's the same color as the ectoplasm that you saw. It's like a light blue.
Okay.
So if you're focusing and trying to do the aura sight, then yes.
Okay.
So we'll say that when you focus, you can keep that focus for about 5 to 10 minutes before you'd have to re-roll again and refocus. So yeah, you still see that. You definitely still see that. Trick, can you please do something different for me? Can you roll a D100, please?
Oh, I thought you said something different. Like, that's what I've always been rolling.
Oh. Oh, yeah, actually, technically it is. Yeah, okay. Perfect. You find something in one of her pockets. It is a small necklace that has been broken. Like when you look at it, the clasp has been broken, so it looks like it was ripped off. It's a small little pendant. It's gold, and there's some engraving on it.
There's an echo.
What?
Every once in a while.
From me? Am I coming through on somebody's headphones into their microphone? No? Hello?
Possibly.
Testing?
It's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a couple of.
It
a couple of
happens.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
creepy. Okay. Okay, so it's got a little design. It looks like tree roots on it, like a big tree trunk with roots that come down at the bottom, and then there's no top of the tree. It's just kind of etched into this necklace, this small pendant. It's very delicate.
Would my analyze do anything to tell me about this symbol or anything?
You can roll for it.
Okay. Rolling analyze.
Oh,
13?
that's amazing.
So
okay.
below my
Yes.
25.
So as you're looking at this, studying it, you realize that this hasn't been pre-made. This tree symbol has been scratched into this pendant. So it didn't come like this originally. And on the back, there's no markings that distinguish that we're a brand or anything like that. Everything else is blank.
Make anything out of this, Professor? I might hold it up and hand it to him.
I take it and just kind of look at, do I recognize this symbol at all? Or do I recognize this as something she wore regularly?
Oh, that's a good question. I will need you to make a choice here. You can roll. You need to roll, but I want to know what you want to use to figure out if you know this or not.
I think I'd probably use advanced education, since she's a professor with me.
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. You don't need to get under your stat. Just tell me what your roll is in general.
Oh, okay. 9.
Amazing. She has never worn this that you know of. I mean, you weren't that close, but it's not like this isn't her type of jewelry.
Gotcha. I don't recognize it. I also, this either wasn't hers or she never wore it.
So this is a plant, gift, something?
Maybe. It's not her style. Every time I've ever met up with her, she never wore this or anything.
Maybe
like
it's a symbol from the killer planted on the body. Ooh, ideas.
Mean anything to you, Professor? You said it was like roots and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
The roots, and was any like hoodoo magic, something?
It's not anything I recognize. I just know that she didn't wear it.
Did you say that her neck had bruising all around it?
Yes, it did.
What caused the
Does.
bruising, Emma? Do you know? Was it a rope? Was it hands? I mean...
Does anyone have a light?
I'll take my cell phone out and turn the light on my
Alright.
cell phone.
And can I use my roll for my diagnostic skill?
Yeah,
See
absolutely.
if I can see the cause. All right.
Okay. It's really hard to determine what exactly it was, but you know it wasn't hands, and you know it was definitely something similar to a rope, but it doesn't leave rope marks that normally you would see on like a really tight enough to
Is it
choke
like a
them.
burn? Like I would assume it was a material, like a friction happened? Or is it just like bruising of some
It's
sort
not
of...
a burn.
There's no burn.
There's no burn.
It's not regular. It's definitely not hands. You would say fingerprints, people's varying pressures, but I mean a cord? It's just bruising. There's nothing left behind. I would guess rope, but I see no leftover fibers at all.
I still have the pendant, right?
You do.
I don't think I had it back.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like looking at with the chain that it had a chain, right? You said
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And like set the chain kind of near the neck to like, is this similar at all?
Is it?
It's very small. The marks around her neck probably cover about this much space.
Oh, okay.
Say predominantly for those listening, it's about 70%, 80% of her neck. They're very, very large.
I probably may not, if I had really like saw that at
Yeah.
all, I may not have been like,
Yeah.
is this millimeter close to 6 inches?
Yeah. Emma, you would probably notice that the bruising is stronger around in the neck, maybe about 6 or 7 times that of the chain. So it needs to be like a cord if it were to be wrapped
Something that
around.
did it.
Yeah, but there is no
Yeah.
friction. No friction
All
marks
right.
or anything, no burn marks or anything.
It was definitely done with a cord, and I don't believe this is how she died. It wouldn't have bruised. Blood only pools when you're still alive. She might have been tortured. This is definitely... I mean, it looks like an animal attack, but animals don't torture you by choking you first. So I'd need to see an x-ray, see if there was tissue damage, muscle damage, fiber damage, tendon damage. Those things could determine where pressure was separated, whether or not it was a chain or a rope or... I don't know what is that thick. I've never seen that before, to be honest. I keep wondering if it's related to what I saw this morning, though. They're not similar in any way, but
What you
it's
saw?
just it's a patient we had. It's a patient I had this morning who's apparently still alive as of the last time we were at the hospital, which is incredible considering the angles, the bending.
What?
And Berman said there's another one, but this lady doesn't, does it look like she was bent at all or any?
No.
Nothing. It doesn't look
No.
similar to this in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, my patient is alive, which I'm not sure if that's a positive aspect of his current condition. I wouldn't want to be. I don't know if they're connected, but it's weird that these kind of things are happening at the same time. I'll admit to that. But I haven't seen anything slash a person like this yet. And I reached down and kind of gently touched one of the cuts tenderly.
Roll. As you touch this slash, you're going to touch the slash, probably the second one, the one that's like really big. And as you trail your finger along, you start to hear this whispering that kind of comes distantly at first, and then it starts to kind of become really loud, maybe in the left ear and then the right ear. And as you're touching it, you feel your chest rip open as if someone is slashing you. And it's hot and it burns and you feel blood dripping down your chest. And when you look down, blood is dripping from your chest.
What the fuck?
As
Oh my god, what the fuck?
As you rip your hand off of her, the sensation is gone.
Oh, fuck that! I am out! I'm out! I need a drink! Fuck this! What? I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! Fuck that! What are we doing with the body? What the fuck was that? Oh my god!
We see
What
that
the fuck? Oh my god, I can feel it!
To the sound of my voice, breathe in.
I can feel it! Oh my god! That was the
Breathe in.
first one! That was the
Breathe
first
out.
one! That's the first cut. That one is the first cut. That's the first one. That's the first one.
Now, calm down. Tell us what you saw.
I didn't feel it. I felt it. It happened. I felt it. It's in my chest.
What did you feel?
I was cut. It cut me.
What was it?
Fuck, I don't know. It was open and there was so much blood. It was gallons. It was not enough. There was more blood than a human body fucking holds. There was more fucking body. More fucking blood in the body than should have been on the body. I don't understand. That didn't make sense. I'm not going near that again. Do
Did
not
you
ask me
happen
to
to
look at that body.
Did you see or feel what did it?
No.
I walk around my garage and I find I try and find like a paper bag.
Okay. Yeah.
You see it now?
Okay.
Apparently, you keep paper bags in your garage.
I grab a paper bag and I hand it to her. Like, breathe in. Brian, I have a fully stocked liquor cabinet if you want to take advantage of it. Be my guest.
Thank you. I probably kind of while walking away, kind of be looking at the situation, kind of wide-eyed and walk into the house.
Do you leave your door open and unlocked, or did you unlock it for him?
It's the inside garage door.
Yep. And so you leave it unlocked?
Yeah.
Okay.
The garage door is I mean, obviously it's locked. Front door, back door, they're locked, but from the garage to the house is not locked.
Not locked. Okay.
Yeah.
I might suggest we don't touch it.
Do not touch that body.
All right.
Not with bare
So
hands.
you felt it
They fucking cut me open.
cut you or
I
tear
felt-
you? Did it feel like a knife?
It was hot. It was like fucking fire. God, it was like if a knife was on fire and it... Fuck.
Was it one cut or many?
God, I felt that one, and that is the first fucking cut. The rest were for fun. God!
Doesn't sound like an animal anymore.
No. We need to get rid of it.
It was so hot. But she is not cauterized. That is not a cauterized wound. She bled. I bled. I felt the fucking blood. I bled. I fucking bled out of my chest. I bled out of a wound.
Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out.
I fucking felt it.
All right.
But it doesn't feel so fake now, does it, Emma?
Never said it fucking felt fake. I just didn't see what you saw.
I walk inside.
Emma, please roll a stress check. The unnatural is what you're trying to save, and unnatural falls under soul. So you just need to roll under your soul stat. You do all right. You can mark hardened in unnatural.
All right. I'm going to go in real quick. I just need to use the head. Let's all meet in the living room. We'll shut the trunk for now. And we'll calmly discuss what we're going to do. All right? I make for the house.
I follow him.
I shut the trunk.
Do you keep the pendant?
Yes.
Okay. Do you put it anywhere? Or do you just carry it with you? Sorry, there's no delicate way for me to ask that. What would you do with it?
I know what you mean. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
If I put it in my pocket?
I don't want to panic you, but where do you put this pendant?
No, I got you. No, I got you. I would hold on to it.
Just in your hand, like this?
Right. Like,
Okay.
well, yeah, probably like
Yeah.
holding the pendant itself. Because before I was like holding it with the chains hanging down.
Now you're touching it.
I was touching it the whole time.
No, I mean you're touching the pendant itself
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of holding it by the chain? So you just like what? Put it in your hand and then
It's palm.
carry it away?
It's palm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I think that he dropped it in my hand, so I was palming it in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trick. I like
Yes, dear.
speed up to him. Do you have a bathroom? I just need some cold water.
Yeah. There's one just down the hall from the kitchen.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna use my bathroom upstairs. And I say we meet in the living room in 5 minutes.
Trick, do you have coffee I could put on?
Yeah, there's plenty in the kitchen. Help yourselves to anything, anybody. If you need something to calm you down, a little extra to calm you down, in the medicine cabinet in the bathroom, that fucking names. Sorry. That Emma's going to. A little brown bottle. There's some some calm down pills if you need them. They're not strong.
What are they?
Would Xanax be right?
Yes.
Ativan.
Ativan or Xanax, yep.
It'd be Xanax. I got
Where
some
are they?
In the brown bottle in the medicine cabinet.
Thank you. And I walk very speedily to the bathroom.
Yeah, because taking drugs is a really good idea right now.
We'll deal with things in different ways now. And I walk upstairs.
Can't be worse. And I start coffee.
Okay. Brian, are you taking advantage of the booze cabinet?
Yep, I'm already on the couch with the bottle, and it's about a quarter way down.
What did you choose from the booze cabinet?
What would you have on in your shelf there, Rick?
Like top shelf, like one of each top shelf thing, like a tequila, a vodka, a whiskey, probably a few different, like couple different bottles of each.
All right, probably whatever bottle of whiskey he has on in the up there.
Some bourbon.
I need you to roll when you have this whiskey on the couch.
Yep.
Your pain. So this is very familiar to you. As you drink this whiskey, the pain is sort of numbed, but this feels different than it normally does. It feels as if your leg and your ankle might actually be better. Like you might even twist your foot a little to see what's happening here because it doesn't feel like it normally feels when you have whiskey. Either this whiskey is really good.
Oh, and just a small little side note.
Yes.
Brian, you notice that none of the bottles have been opened.
Oh, they're all brand new.
They're all brand new and all full, like untouched.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'll be looking down my foot, kind of wiggling it. I don't think it's been that long, but all right. Okay. A little weird, but I'll go with it. How's the body? I guess I'll be yelling into the room. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because is the kitchen like right next to the living room? Trick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in a bedroom, then you could probably hear anybody if they shouted like.
I imagine it's a pretty open, like cathedral ceiling space.
Yeah, it'll bounce off the walls and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just kind of mention, still there.
Definitely still there.
Or, I don't know if I find that reassuring or not.
I would much prefer it be gone.
Right, same. But sanity-wise, I think I'm glad it's still there.
Is the coffee ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got on this like espresso maker. He's got like so much that you could literally put it in and it's done. Top of the line.
I'd probably
everything.
make some of the worst coffee you've had if you have any of mine. Not only because of a breeze, I just brew it way too strong, way too strong.
I pour a cup for myself.
Yeah, and I'm sipping it like it's normal.
And I walk over to Brian and I grab the whiskey bottle and I pour a shot into my coffee and I hand him the whiskey bottle back.
Roll, please, Briar. As you take a sip of this whiskey, you start to feel calmer.
Well, it's helping. Nothing like mixing a downer and a stimulant. I sit down in the living room.
I would probably take my bottle, pour a little bit more. Welcome to the seesaw fun. Up and down we go. Just pour a little bit more into a glass.
Maybe we could just stay here. Maybe it'll all go away if we just stay right here.
And I sit down.
Emma, what are you doing in the bathroom? Other than relieving yourself, potentially? You don't have to tell us if that's all you're doing.
Splashing cold water on my face, trying to... You're fine. It wasn't you. You're fine. You're fine. I'm gonna open up the medicine cabinet and survey the goods. What do I see?
Trick, I'll let you explain.
Say that one more time.
Oh, what kind of stuff do you have in your medicine cabinet?
Are there like toothbrushes, other things?
Oh yeah, no,
she's snooping.
It's a fully like stocked guest bathroom. It has unopened shampoos, conditioner. Like doesn't have just a precursory glance. You can tell Trick doesn't have a lot of guests out here, but it is prepared in case.
So there's like a sealed pack of condoms in there, as well as like
maybe like a little mini sewing kit for people to mend something and fix a button.
Yeah.
Exactly. He like went to like looked on the website when like, what do you put in a guest bathroom? And then he put all of this shit in. It's all brand new.
All right. I'm gonna start being a bitch. Oh my god.
I love the warning. I'm gonna start being a bitch.
No.
Thanks for the heads up.
Feral as you think, are you, dear? Oh, there's those Xanax. And I'm gonna grab the little sewing kit very tentatively, though. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna take out the little mini scissors that are probably in the little sewing kit. And I'm going to roll up my sleeve, which would probably reveal some marks.
Like track marks or cuts?
We're gonna be fine. Still looking in the mirror. We're gonna be fine. You're fine. You're fine. And I just dab it straight into my forearm.
Roll privately for me, please. You're clear. You have no fear. Everything's fine. Try to make a little Xanax go missing. 4? And I took 6. Foolish. Oh, bitch, we good. And then I flush the toilet and leave. What do you do with the blood on your arm? Do you leave it? Do you clean it? Do you clean
I
the
just pull my
scissors before
sleeves
you put them
down.
back? Okay.
I cleaned the scissors. Yeah, I wiped them off
Okay.
and
All right.
ran my sleeves down and go out to everybody.
Okay.
Wherever they are.
Trick, what were you doing?
I went upstairs to my bathroom. And go in there and I close the door. I take off my outer shirt and you can see like down the side is just soaked with sweat. And he kind of leans on the sink and just breathes really deep several times in a row and then goes straight to the toilet and vomits.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep. And just like sits there on the like with his head like over like hovering over the toilet, breathing deep. And he gets up, grabs a towel, wipes his mouth off, grabs some mouthwash, puts it in, takes off his glasses and his hat and looks in the mirror. And like you can see him like fighting back tears, just looking at it like looking at himself like saying, you need to keep it together, brother. Just keep it together. You have to be the voice of reason for all these people. You have to be the calm head. Change your shirt. Put some splash some water on your face. Get back out there. And you got this. You're Trick motherfucking Magnum. You don't back away from anything. All right. splashes some water on his face, goes back into his closet, grabs a fresh shirt or a drawer, grabs a fresh shirt, grabs a fresh overshirt, walks back downstairs.
I believe all of you are here. Coffee has been made. Brian is on the couch. Looks like he's already had quite a bit of this bottle of whiskey. We have Briar standing nearby. She's also having a cup of coffee. Theo, the professor, is also having a cup. Everybody seems to be kind of staring off into their own little worlds as you come down, back from the upstairs bathroom.
How's the drink there, Brian?
I'll probably be pretty zoned out, numbed out, and I'm sitting there just kind of rubbing my leg, feeling it over and giving it firm squeezes. Perplexed at the situation that my leg doesn't no longer hurt in a sense of an alcohol numbing, but more of a complete numbing. And I can feel it, but there's no pain. And I'm sitting there squeezing and I can feel the pain from my fingers, but I don't feel any pain internally. The bruising's gone. There's no swelling. Correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
And I'm looking at the bottle a little bit, and I realized because I broke the seal on this one. I'm going through all these thoughts in my head of like, oh, how's this happening, and kind of wrap my brain around it and everything that's been going on throughout the entire day. And I decided just to push the bottle back, finish it right off, and just put the bottle right beside the couch and stare at the ceiling. And I don't even answer trick. I just stare at the roof.
Roll privately for me. I need you to mark on your unnatural that you have failed. Failed track, stress check. Or in your notes section, remember when I was like, you need 5 of a certain thing to have a thing happen? Do you remember that? Does everybody remember that? You each need 5. Okay, this is one of them.
Unnatural? I need to uncheck it?
Nope, you can leave it checked or just check another one. Just note that this is one of your 5, though. This one in particular is one of your 5.
Did I do that right? Can you check that?
Yep. Yeah, I can double check.
Okay.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Like,
yes.
It doesn't. It's not like 5 on a line. It's like it could be dotted, right?
Yeah. You get 10 total, but some of you already had dots prior to it starting.
Right.
In certain things. So I'm just saying this counts as one of the 5 that you will need to do the thing that we are keeping secret.
Okay.
So yes, you did that. You did that correct. I'm just also going to note it that you have 1 out of 5 in your notes section, so that'll make it easy. All right.
I grabbed the bottle that's next to him. You're not clutching it, right? You said you sat it down.
I put it right beside the couch on the ground. I set it down nice and gently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just usually pick it up and look at it and see how much he drank. Like how much of the bottle's left.
None. Some of it's also none.
Okay.
None.
And I like grab it and pop it up and look at it like, man, I didn't know it was that good. Never touch the stuff. Well, if you can hear me in there and you need any more, you go ahead and help yourself. I grab the bottle and I put it in the recycling.
Okay.
Because I recycle.
Of course you do.
I wouldn't even acknowledge. I would just be staring and kind of doze my eyes off a little bit and kind of just go into myself a little while.
Okay.
I'm gonna strut in from the hall now and smell the coffee. Oh, someone made coffee. Where is the kitchen? And
I'm glad you found the pills.
I did. I feel exponentially better. You are my hero in ways you will never understand, my dear. Where is your delightful kitchen so I can get a sip of that Java beverage?
Just follow your nose like that you can't say.
I will. I go get
Xanax
coffee.
does that? Like makes you just get over what just happened?
Guess so.
Not necessarily get over, just make you care a little less about it, I'd imagine.
Right.
So are we gonna?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try and get Brian up. Hey, Brian, gonna have a meeting. You want to join us? I kind of tap you on the shoulder a little bit.
Okay, I'll kind of grunt a little bit and muster up the strength to kind of lump up off the couch.
I put my hand out for you if you need it, if you take it or whatever.
I'll just smack it. All
right.
And I'll go over and join them. Yep. Plop a seat down.
All right, everybody. Meeting in the kitchen or meeting in the living room. Grab a
I'll
seat.
be there in a moment, darling.
I'll get more coffee. And I go over to get a second cup.
Oh, are you getting coffee? Do you need me to pour it for you?
No, but sure. And I hold it.
And it's a nice, like, big old living room, huge, like 60-inch screen TV, like brand new 4K, like out the ass, awesome theater, blah, blah, blah.
What's the seating situation?
Big sectional, like a big, like right angle sectional.
Does it look used? Or does it also look brand new?
Not at all. The only
That's
place
brand
in
new.
this house that looks like it's been sat in is in Trick's room.
Okay. Thank you
Trick,
for
I
that
love
mental
your
image.
house. Ah, it's so clean. Unsuspecting.
Godliness.
I pour whatever's left of my coffee and whiskey into the sink. And I'm just watching Emma, because I think her behavior is so bizarre.
Shall we sit, Briar?
We should
No,
probably discuss how to handle the body.
Right.
Has anyone checked on it? Is it actually still there?
It was there.
Should
when
we go have a peek-sees?
We can wait. If it's not there, then it's not there. We don't have to worry about it.
True.
First things first. Those shadows are ours. Definitely.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that. The hair was very similar on yours.
More than that, but yes. They're ours. I don't know why or what they're doing, or if they're a different time or choice, but they're ours.
Well, what makes you come to that hypothesis, Professor?
Did he just say hypotenuse?
And what makes you think that, huh?
They look the same.
Look at him speaking.
Exactly the same.
You ever heard about the theory of the multiverse?
Yeah.
Think of a Venn diagram with the circles.
Oh man, I think I saw. Yeah, that was. What's his name? Neil deGrasse or some.
Yeah.
He was like in a spaceship talking about some. I don't know. What was it? The other guy, the dead one, Carl. Could have been
Sagan.
Carl.
Sagan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carl.
But picture that. All the different universes all around. And then the intersection in the middle there. Maybe that's where we are. And all the little universes are meeting at this point, in this time, in this place.
Well,
So what you're saying is they're like interdimensional space dust accumulated into us from a different. I didn't pay attention to the show.
I think the term or the quote you're looking for is we're made of star stuff.
Can I just say that regardless of if we're in a multiverse right now, there's still a body in the trunk? Like, are we just constantly forgetting that there's a dead body that we need to deal with?
No.
It may be
What?
connected, though.
I think this serves to, this little preamble serves to calm us all down so we can all talk rationally about this.
It's not like it's going anywhere. So,
And there's that. So, let's get to it then. What do you want to do with it?
you got a big yard.
That I do, my friend.
You know, I noticed still have a lot of bushes around.
I didn't see any, or I didn't find anything else on the body, right?
No, just that.
Like no identification, no
Nope.
money, nothing.
Nothing. Wallet, everything, nothing. It's gone.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, what if... I'm just spitballing here, help me out. What if we go send a couple people down to the hardware, maybe even the greenery, grab a couple real nice bushes, and the other half stick around here and dig a nice trench line for a brand new bush line. And maybe do a little home and garden.
So that's one vote for planter.
I think we should melt it in acid.
Good luck finding what you need for that and not getting eyes looking at you.
Come on,
My
you
darling, I
work
work
you
for
work
a
at the
hospital.
fucking hospital. You're gonna be coming out of
Exactly.
place like that. Just 2 gallons of acetone. Don't mind me. It's not gonna
Yes, actually.
But what
quite
would you
easy.
How?
tell them? Like, would you say, oh, I just need some acid to bring
Research.
home?
Studying. I've walked out with a ventilator, my dear. You can walk out with what you want if you work there and they
Okay.
trust you.
work. Don't they keep logs of that shit? They could track that shit back.
Mm,
Bitch
fill
took
it under the right
4
page.
gallons of acid. I
Do
think
the
they're gonna
right
keep track of that.
paperwork. Do you have a better option?
Melt it. Got it.
We could have a bonfire.
Yeah, but the bones won't. I mean, haven't you seen like the documentaries? Like the teeth will still be in there.
There is a lake. Sink it.
There's too many of them that wash up on shore down the road.
Do you have cement blocks?
Did you just say too many bodies wash up down the road? Is this common?
No, you know what I mean. Down the down the road, like it's a saying. Like down the road, it was bad choice of words for water and road. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just wanted to clarify there was only one body, and I hadn't missed another shadowy figure you might have seen.
Well,
wait
hold
this
on now.
time.
I might. Okay. Shoot it down if you guys think it's a bad idea. But we could break into the crematorium. We have a funeral home.
I have an idea. What if we just go? Let's go back and dump it in the woods over the cement wall.
I like it. I like it. Let's-
Where we
I
lost our
like- I
7
like
hours.
this idea.
Yes. Just dump it over the wall, and we get in the car and we just drive.
I
Maybe-
mean, what if
maybe
the cop
disappear
checks
on
that
the way
area? The cop was curious because she said she stopped there 3 times. She might check that area again. Maybe down the road from that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go to the exact same spot where we broke down, like just on that stretch of road.
You might have been sentimental. You and Brian spent some time on the other side of the wall.
I go to my front door while they're talking, and I go and grab my newspaper.
Okay. As you open the door, you see some shadowy figures. I need you to roll to see how many you see.
Okay. I'm gonna see all of them. Here we go.
You might.
Yeah.
Just might. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you see 3 shadowy figures in your front yard. Well, I guess front yard, but sort of off to the side. It looks like they're hunched over and they're making a strange motion, like repetitive kind of swaying towards the ground and then back up towards the sky.
Does it look like they're digging?
Yeah, it does.
I watch them and see like for a minute or two and see if there's any change.
No, there's no change.
All right. Where are they digging, like in my front yard?
Sort of off to the side in your front yard,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
it's like, yeah.
I make a mental note of it. I grab the newspaper.
Okay.
I take the rubber. I go inside as I'm walking in and closing the door. I take the rubber band off. I flip to the obituaries,
Okay.
and I'm looking for anybody who's been buried recently.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, you
It's that
find
old
one.
two bodies in
Yep.
a coffin stand.
Yep. Yeah, you find one. There was a death recently. Name was Nathaniel Green. He was 22. Survived by mother, sister, father.
How long ago was he, or is he going to be interred, or is he already
Yes.
been?
He
Okay.
died, and the viewing was yesterday. Funeral should be today.
Okay. I take that page out of it and fold up the rest of the newspaper.
Okay.
Bring it back in.
Trick, do you have cable or local access?
I'm sorry, I just have internet. I don't really watch a lot of TV.
That's fine. Can I use your computer
Of
real
course.
quick?
There's one just in the next room.
In the next room. All right. So I'd go to the next room and see if there's any connection. Been having connection issues all day, so.
Oh yeah, you've got the internet. He's got the
Okay.
best connection speed that the city
Perfect.
offers. So it's probably faster than you're used to at the university.
Fair enough. And I go into incognito mode and search for Dr. Bello.
I honestly thought you meant incognito mode, like just sitting there, like yourself, like fucking, like, shirt
Like
up
he's
over
got a
your head,
superpower. Incognito mode.
Yeah, it puts on. No one will see me. I didn't even think about like, oh, you mean the browser? It's like, Professor, we know it's you. You're sitting. I found out, and he jets. I've been had. Drat foiled again.
Okay, so you are looking up the professor,
Yeah,
DiSabello.
Yeah,
Yep,
looking
when-
at like putting Google and then like click the news tab.
Okay, she has a lecture nearby, and that's all the information that you see.
Nothing canceled. Like I'm looking at like
Nothing
the
canceled.
schedule.
Nope. Lecture went on. There seems to be no news.
Frick. I like call from the other room. Frick.
Yeah, Professor.
Do you
I'm
have a
coming.
landline?
Excuse me?
Do you have a landline? Telephone, not cell phone.
No, man, no. Do you?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you're quite a bit older, so you probably do. No need for one here.
Cell service, anyone? I'm like looking at my phone.
I recheck. See if I got cell out here.
Nope.
No.
Which is very unusual trick.
Well, I haven't had cell service fucking all.
Well, I mean, at home, you usually have service at home, obviously.
Right, sure, yeah.
Her lecture still happened.
I'm sorry.
Her lecture. It wasn't canceled.
So you're saying that the lecture came and went.
Yes.
What time does it say in the upper or the lower right corner on the computer?
I'd look.
4:30.
What's the date?
February 13th.
So it's the same day, and time hasn't passed since we've been driving around. Because it was 4:30 at the hospital.
That's right.
It's 4:30. It was 4:30 at the hospital.
Can I hear their conversation?
Oh yeah, I'm yelling it out to the
Okay.
living room while I'm sitting there.
Well, I don't have self-service. Do you have her email address? Try sending her an email. See if she responds.
That may be a bad idea. Do you have... Does it... Just because if we're asking where she is or the lecture or we saw the lecture,
No,
we don't want to be tied to her.
Oh, we already had the cop thing. They knew that we were going to see her.
True.
It's just a thought. I mean, maybe she'll respond because then maybe
Yep.
it'll confirm that multiverse thing that Trick's talking about.
Look up, does she have an email address listed?
I have her email. I know it.
Email us. See if she gets back to us. Tell her it's urgent.
All right. Okay. It would just be like
Well,
Bellow
you know
A.
what? You know what?
yeah, Bello A at the university she's
Yep,
at.
that's right.
Before you do that,
Like you probably hear me typing probably a bit too loud.
before you do that, why don't you make a trash account, a trash email account?
Show me. Like as I'm kind of yelling out like.
No, I have walked over.
Oh, okay, you have walked over.
Yeah.
I just have my university email. As you like saw me like trying to log in, like still in incognito, but
Like chicken pecking too. Like
Yeah.
yeah, he types a little slow. He learned about incognito mode probably from Trick originally, when Trick was trying to show him something at the office.
Something
Well,
dirty.
the thing is, like, Trick would probably be pretty savvy as far as if he's
Yeah, of
course.
course.
gotta
Yeah,
be,
of
like,
course.
Absolutely.
familiar
You might
with
have
how
just
shit works,
automatically-
and he has like all of the, because I'm not, Zeke is not, but like I'm guessing like private, what's a virtual network, virtual private
VPN.
VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
VPN.
everything to like hide his, like give him anonymity.
So Tor
Yeah.
browser, all of that.
Or, yeah, all that shit.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a question. You can choose to answer me in DMs or you can answer out loud for the audience.
Okay.
Trick's work. Is any of it illegal?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right.
Standards. He obeys every standard and every law.
Okay.
He gets as dirty as he can and as wild and wacky and fucked up, but never crosses the line.
Okay. All right, Professor. You've been shown how to use your Tor browser. You've made a dummy email account.
Well, I'll probably do the IT thing. Like, I'll do it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I like step back and let you sit down.
Surprisingly, like Trick is surprisingly fast at typing and all that shit. Or maybe not surprising if you kind of
So-
deduced.
What do you put in this email? And can I ask what username you choose when you make this email account? It's a weird question, I know.
How about how about Randy Franco 345?
Okay. Okay. Professor, what do you write in this email?
I'd probably just do just title it like bellow, comma, enter a couple of times. Do you have any new lectures coming up? I missed your most recent one and was hoping to catch the next. And then Yeah, I'd put Randy Franco since that's what the email says.
Okay. And as you go to hit enter, roll, please.
47.
Wonderful. As you hit enter, you start to hear this whispering sound. And it's almost like you can actually hear the professor, her voice. You can hear her voice a little bit in this whisper now. It's kind of like if you concentrate, you might be able to make out a word, but then it slips away from your mind and you can't hear it anymore. It lasts for about 15 seconds, this moment. And then you blink your eyes and there you are at the computer and the email has been sent.
All right. Did that do it?
God damn it! You turn up those fucking voices like I have it on low and just sort of like in my ears.
Yeah, I did.
It's very
out a little bit.
disorienting.
It worked.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize.
No, that's perfect.
No, you're perfect. Good. That's great.
Breaking the tension. Much needed break in tension.
Did that do it?
Yeah, looks like it.
All right.
Now, I mean, wait to see if she gets back. I mean,
All right. We can just
some
leave this
people answer
open.
emails right away and some don't, so we just gotta wait.
Anything immediately happen?
Nothing
before I get up?
immediately happens. There's no immediate response before you get up.
All right. Let's discuss some more, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And get up and kind of move back to the exit, take a seat in the living room.
Well, we sent an email out. It appears that the professor went through with her oration.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if she emails us back.
So, Emma, you mentioned 3 to 5 hours dead.
Mm-hmm.
The clock on the computer said 4:30. Our lecture
Happened
was
around 11.
Our lecture was at noon because we got pulled over about 11. Lecture is an hour and a half. It's 4:30.
That doesn't make sense.
There's no way she completed her lecture if she's in the trunk.
Is that absolutely her?
Yes.
I
Now-
don't see how that's possible.
I don't see how it's possible you felt those cuts either, but here we are.
Now, speaking of that, Emma,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel free. Just say no right off the bat. But maybe you're the key to figuring out what happened to her.
What are you trying to say? I'm not touching her again.
All right, then. Off the table, end of discussion. That's fine.
I felt it, Trick.
I know.
Yep, it's fine. You don't have to again.
All the options, like I said, getting them out there.
You should touch her.
If you think it'll help, I will.
I don't know if that's a good idea. If this is ever get involved with the cops, if they find anything, it might be best to not all touch a body that might have gone missing.
Well, speaking of that, I have another idea. Conveniently, it might work out. If time decides to move fucking forward. And I pull out like the folded up obituary section from my pocket. And I put it like, or I just like have it in the middle of the room. There's a funeral happening, burial. I'm assuming the viewing was today or yesterday.
Yes, viewing was yesterday. Burial should be today.
Viewing was yesterday. Burial's today. Means the hole's already dug. We could do a 2-body and 1 grave situation if we need to.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
Fuck me, goddamn.
We'll be back. Don't go
Okay.
anywhere or do. Stretch your legs. let's use the washroom, wash those piss mittens, and we'll be right back.
I need a shower, dude. I feel gross.
I'm so sweaty.
I just want you guys to know.
Warning. What you are about to see may contain violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and may leave you doubting who you really are. Proceed at your own risk.
Hello, welcome back. How was everybody's break? Did everybody wash their piss mittens? I hope so.
Clean piss mittens here. Just mittens now.
Yes.
Piss mittens.
So we returned to the living room, I believe, right? Did you guys leave the computer? Yes, you were waiting to see if there was a response from the email that you sent to Adisa Bello. 40 minutes goes by. There's no response yet.
How do we know 40 minutes went by?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Just gonna check the clock on the computer again.
Are our phones moving ahead in time?
No, they're not.
Or they're frozen as well. Okay. So then, how do we know? Do we just kind of, it feels like 40 minutes?
It feels like 40 minutes, but actually it feels more like an hour.
Okay.
Some of you say 40 minutes, some of you say an hour, if you had to guess. But no, the clock is not moving.
I've made another pot of coffee.
Do you keep waiting?
We sold on the idea of, in case we don't hear back from the professor, we got 1 day to do it, assuming that it becomes night at some point.
I mean, I just worry about logistics. Like, what you think family would be coming and going from the grave? It's like fresh. Like, are we?
I'm not saying do it during the daytime. I'm saying they dig it a day in advance. They dig the grave a day before they bury the body.
Don't you think it's a little weird to, like, we drive up, pop the trunk, and just drag a body over to the hole and stick it in?
There's that.
Middle of the
What's
night.
the cause of death? Did it say?
Oh, for the... no. There was nothing in the article to say what the cause of death was.
Do they usually?
No.
Not
They
here,
don't.
not this town at least.
No, they don't usually. Unless it's like a natural, like died of old age, like a heart attack or something, they might say. But most of the time they don't say why.
There wasn't, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, if it doesn't say anything, I just was worried if it was maybe a murder or something not normal. There might be cops around.
I go to the computer and I Google the kid's name.
His Twitter account comes up.
Like I check his replies to anything like messages saying we miss you every day because you're gone because you got shot or something.
Are you trying to look up his search his name in Twitter or going to his profile specifically?
I went to his profile and you can go to tweets and replies and stuff like that and see how many people replied to his last tweet is what I'm guessing would be where they would send their messages of condolences or whatever.
Yeah, there are messages of condolences. Can you roll? Just
yeah, you bet. I mean, no, I won't.
Well, roll anyway.
Okay.
Or you don't get the information. Oh, okay. Well, no, you don't. You can't.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, that was a 91 for those listening. Sorry, I've been meaning to call these out for those who are listening to the MP3. No, you don't. You see their condolence messages, but you can't really gather how he died.
I see if he has I searched see if he has a Facebook page by his name and the location, city name.
Yep, he does. He has a Facebook page. It's locked for friends only, so you can't see any information on it. Just the picture and the name.
I search his last name and the town to see family, parents, cousins, aunts, uncles.
An article comes up from the paper this morning, or what also is probably in print in your paper this morning. It appears that he did shoot himself.
All right. Unless anybody asks, I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter. It wasn't supernatural or anything, so or weird circumstances. Fuck it.
Are there forests like around?
Oh yeah. So the wealthy area of this strip of this peninsula is they are all about their land, but also their privacy. So there's lots of wooded area between, so you can't really see the neighbor.
I get up and I just look out the window, and I just like look around. I scope the forest.
Roll. And that was a 22. As you're looking out into because you're in the living room, so the living room trick, does it look over the backyard or the front yard or kind of both? Where does it span your living room?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Oh, your living room? Does, like, when she goes to the window, what area of the house is it overlooking? I'm imagining, like, the side and then also the backyard. But before I continue,
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, like, it's got nice windows to the backyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see his dogs out in the backyard. They are kind of roaming around. They don't appear, it's not like they're playing or anything. They're just kind of in the backyard. They do have collars on, but they're roaming free. It's not like they're chained up or anything like that. And you don't see anything else. At least nothing that looks strange in the woods.
What kind of dogs you got, Trick?
Good ones? I don't know. They're mutts.
Mutts?
Yeah. I'm guessing one's sort of a golden retriever-ish, and the other one's kind of something terrier. I don't know though. Yeah, they were in the paper. I went and grabbed them.
I guess I come back into the living room and I sit down.
In fact, I walk to where to the kitchen to where their food bowls would be, and see if they've eaten.
They have not eaten.
I fed them quite a while ago, and they have not. I mean, usually it's within seconds after I'm gone. They're chowed down. They have not touched any of their food. Maybe they're not experiencing any time. In fact, are any of you hungry? Am I hungry? I don't say that out loud. I'm asking you, Pumpkinberry. Am I hungry?
No.
Because I'm not hungry.
I guess I'm not.
I don't feel hungry.
I'm fine.
But
I'm drunk.
Since breakfast. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I envy you, man. I envy you, Classy. So fucking. God, what a fucking freeing character to play. I'm drunk.
Do you continue waiting?
I'm sorry?
Do you continue waiting for this email? Because I will forward. I will forward time. I'm using air quotes for those listening.
Well, we were waiting for night at the very least to do anything.
Oh, it's been sunset since you arrived, since you were at the police station, since you were at the hospital. Sun has not set.
How close are your neighbors, Trick?
Couple minutes down the road. Probably 10-minute walk.
Not within eyesight, right?
I'd imagine not, unless they're using binoculars or telescope.
Right. Anyone tired, needing to sleep?
I feel all right.
I feel fine.
I'd probably be actually now standing up, kind of stumble pacing around the living room. I didn't make note of my leg being better. Or just the character doesn't put himself like, and it's like, hey, everyone, look, my leg's fine. It's not his style. But I'd be just pacing and thinking about everything that Trick said, and with the cemetery, and I probably just to kind of murmur it under my breath. I know the guy who. I know the guy who does the burying at the cemetery. I think it'll work.
If you guys want to do that, I'm fine. I just don't want the body around anymore.
Well, and I kind of like motion toward the window. It's been sunset for hours. Something's not right.
Yeah, just one thing. Not right. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. But that's the weirdest, probably, as strange as that sounds.
Well, I wonder if Emma were to go back to the hospital. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying if she were, she talked to some people. We all talked to some people at the hospital. I wonder if they were experiencing any time passing or anything.
That's why
I wonder what they would say if Emma went up to someone she had spoken to already today and asked them, how long ago did we speak? I wonder what their answer would be.
I do have a rather interesting patient I'd like to check on back at the hospital. I don't mind going back.
All right, then.
Do you have bodiless cars, Trick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw, like, he has an Escalade, like, parked in his... And that's where he parked the Corolla right next to it. The fucking shitbox Toyota Corolla. I had that car. I know it.
Perfect for immersion. Okay, so just to be clear, who's getting in this car? This Escalade?
I'm going because I don't want to be alone at the house with this body in the trunk.
Okay, Emma's going. Briar's going.
My car, I'm driving.
You're driving, of course. Trick's gonna
Yeah.
drive. Professor? Brian?
Do you think we should have someone stay here with my car?
That was awesome. Sorry. We should have someone stay here with my car. That was so good.
He totally would have stuttered that.
This was perfect. It's perfect.
The body, my car.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. How about Professor, you and I, we stick around here and just make sure no one comes by.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I can keep an eye out on the email if time is even passing.
I open before like we get ready or whatever, I open the back door and I whistle out. Come on, guys. Come on in.
Your dogs come in.
There's
They're
good
very
boys.
excited to see you.
Those are my good boys.
Yeah.
How long ago since I last scratched your ears? Huh? You want to tell me that? Huh? Who's got a kiss? And I lean my face down and let them lick me. All right. Be good boys now. Watch over these two. You get in trouble now. Don't let that one drink all the booze.
Do you let them into the
Oh, yeah.
house? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's
But
starting
they
to
have
rain.
been rigorously trained not to get on anything. No
Okay.
furniture. Do not jump on furniture.
They don't
None
jump
of
on
that.
furniture or people. Okay.
Nope.
How do
Like
they?
professionally trained?
Yeah, oh yeah. I paid good money to have those motherfuckers like obedient.
Okay. So
Cool.
how do they react to new people who have never been in the house before? Do they growl? Do they?
No, they're nervous more than anything.
Okay, but they're not like necessarily house watching dogs.
No, God, no, they're not guard dogs.
Okay.
Not by any stretch. No.
Okay. But they seem a little nervous and skittish around you too, but otherwise they're not going to jump on you, but they're not going to growl at you or snarl or anything like
the
that.
smaller one follows the bigger one's lead.
Okay.
And if the bigger one like goes up and sniffs at him, the little one's kind of like on his heels.
Okay.
Stuff like that. You pet them and they kind of get the sense of you. They'll be real friendly.
All right. I'm going to we're going to go into the car first. So as you open up the garage and you drive this fancy Escalade, who is sitting where?
Before we leave.
Oh, yes, sure.
I still have the professor's keys to his car in my pocket, I realize.
Yes, you do.
Before we go, I have to check the trunk again.
Okay.
I have to see if it's still there. And I try and do it before anyone else gets out to the garage so I don't freak anybody out, because I know if fucking Emma sees it, she might flip her lid.
Okay. So you are alone in the garage and you decide for some reason you gotta see what's in this trunk. You gotta see if the body's still there.
I'm hoping it's gone. I would just like poof, disappeared, like it appeared there. So I open it up.
Roll, please.
Oh my God. Come on. Disappear. Go away.
I don't want to deal with you.
Fucking what is this? I don't even know what it means.
87. Yeah.
As you go to open the trunk, you like pull the keys out of your pocket. Your hands are actually pretty sweaty, I imagine, because this has been very nerve-wracking for Trick. And while he hides it very well, he's pretty nervous. And as you pull out the keys and go to open the trunk, you start to hear this whispering, and you've heard this before, and now it's a little bit louder this time as you go to open the trunk. And you go to put the key into the trunk to turn it, and there is a loud pounding on the trunk and screaming.
Fucking, I jump back, throw the keys against the fucking garage door, and you hear me go like, Jesus Christ!
Do we in the car hear anything?
Well, you're not in here yet. He's alone in the garage, so this is before you come out after him.
You can probably hear it through the door, just like.
I would run.
Yeah.
into the
Okay.
car.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I'll give you guys an opportunity to react before I continue.
Yeah. Definitely go into the garage.
Okay. As you open into the garage, you see Trick, who has stumbled back but not fallen onto the ground, but he is breathing heavily. He's very unnerved, and you haven't seen him like this yet.
What? Oh,
What the hell?
Trick!
Are you okay?
That bitch, man. What the fuck is that?
out! Let me out of the trunk right now! I'm
What the fuck?
What?
Open the fucking trunk!
I turn around and try to find the keys like against the garage door that they like nailed the garage door and fell down. I'm looking for his keys.
Roll one
Do
more
I grab
time.
him?
Roll one more time.
Oh,
This
no,
is-
don't make the keys disappear. Ooh, 15. 15's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good.
you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You find the keys. You find the keys.
I've probably like run over to you, by the way, as you're like tumbling around.
I'm coming. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you out of there. I grab the keys and I fucking like try and I fucking drop them. Motherfucking damn it. I pick it back up again.
Let me out of the trunk, please.
I jimmy him into the lock and I open the trunk.
There is no one in the trunk.
No body?
No body.
Do I not see anything there too?
There's nothing in the trunk.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Did you get an email back?
No. No?
Fuck.
I want to try to use Aurasight one more time on this trunk.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll. This time you have to get under your number. So what's your Aurasight?
Aurasight's 15. Soul
All right.
is 7.
15 or under.
Oh, God. That's a 27. Fuck.
No, you don't see anything.
Okay.
It's alarming to you that there isn't a body in this trunk anymore also. I will note.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know you
Blood.
were hoping
Absolutely.
for it, but nope, there's no blood. Nothing in the trunk.
I reach my hand in there just to see if like it's invisible. Like fuck, I don't fucking know. I just reach in there and kind of feel if I hit the bottom
Your
of
hand
the
stops.
front. What's that?
Your hand stops. You're touching cold, fleshy feeling on your fingers.
Sweet Christ!
What?
What? Is there still blood in the trunk?
Hold on.
Is there blood? Could she have survived and gotten it? There's no way.
Still kind of trying to process what just happened. Professor?
Yes. Trick?
You want to reach your hand in that trunk real quick and see if you can touch the bottom of the trunk? Just real quick.
I'm reaching out, mumbling to myself, I don't really want to. And I do reach in.
You still have the pendant in your pocket, don't you?
Yeah. It was in my hand before, but when I went to hunt and peck, I would have put it in my pocket.
Which pocket did you put it in? The one with your...
Right pocket.
Is that
different pocket than the sketch?
Different pocket than the sketch? Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
As you reach out,
that one.
as you reach out to touch this space, your hand falls on cold, clammy skin. 100%. This is someone's arm, and then everything for you goes black, and everyone else, it looks like the professor just disappears.
I just got fucking chills, dude.
Hello?
Professor!
Can I reach out?
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm doing the same thing. Like, is he still there like the body was?
I
no.
run over to the trunk and I look in the trunk, and then I also want to look at the inside of the trunk door to see if there's any marks or anything.
There's no marks inside the trunk. Nothing. It's just empty.
I start feeling in the trunk.
Okay, you roll. Okay, as you reach out, it takes maybe 2 seconds. You take both hands and you're excitedly going to go into the trunk and try to feel around, and you immediately slap someone.
Jesus
It's like you
Christ.
touch yeah. You can't see it, but you feel it. It's there.
Professor?
Now I
I'm
need you
saying
all,
it to the air.
I need you to
Professor?
all roll a check for unnatural, because this is fucking terrifying.
Okay.
What are your soul stats, everybody, as you're rolling
Jinx,
these?
Briar?
Yeah.
Over 60.
60. Okay, so Briar,
What's that?
you need to your soul stat. So that governing skill up top, what is that number? Because Briar rolled a 67, which is over. So Briar, you need to mark a failed track in your unnatural. This is a bit too much for you today.
I passed. I have a 70.
Okay, and you rolled a 67. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours, Brian?
70.
70. You pass. You mark a continued check. You have something going on that has given you a 10% boost.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
I check something?
Yep, you're going to pass the unnatural track. You're going to add one more check mark to unnatural. Hardened, sorry.
Okay.
It's
Thank
a
you.
hardened check box. Yep.
All right.
Do I check out pass as well?
Yes, you passed.
Okay.
So you want to
Okay,
go
okay.
ahead and mark an extra hardened for the unnatural.
Okay, so that is Briar with a pass.
No, I failed.
No, Briar failed.
Okay, Briar 54 failed. Zeke's or Trick 67 pass.
Yep.
Emma 40
Pass.
pass.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Classy Pack 73 pass.
That's right.
For the listeners.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, Discord reminded me.
Okay.
Guys, I don't understand what's going on. There was definitely a body in that trunk.
It might be still there. I felt it.
I don't
What?
know what.
Briar felt it.
I felt it. It's in there. Where the fuck is the professor?
Professor. Gone.
You don't just fucking disappear.
Apparently that ain't the case. Professor,
Where the fuck would he go?
if you can hear me, give
I
me a
run in.
sign.
I run into the house and go to the computer. 'Cause I wanna
Professor,
If you're here, can you like hit the whack the car?
What do you mean if he's here? We don't see him.
Why don't I know what the fucking to think anymore now?
There's a whack on the car.
What the fuck off? Fuck off! What the fuck?
All right, Professor. We're gonna do this. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Just like they do in a seance. Are you all right where you are physically?
There's no response.
Can you hear me, Professor?
You said 1 tap for no and 2 for yes. Is that correct?
1 yes, 2 no.
There is 1 knock.
All right. So it's our connection, for lack of a better term, is spotty. Can you see us, Professor?
2 knocks.
What the fuck?
Can you see anything, Professor?
1 knock.
Wait, Professor, can you see the body?
2 knocks.
What the fuck?
Are you still in the garage?
2 knocks.
What the fuck? Where is he? We're in the fucking garage and he can hear us. Where did Briar go? Briar! She's in the house.
I'm at the computer, and I just want to see if an email has come in.
Nope.
She just went inside. She didn't disappear. She go and look for her if you like.
I come running back into the garage. What? I just wanted to see if she fucking emailed back, and she didn't. What the fuck's happening?
The Professor can hear us in a different dimension. Apparently.
Okay. Professor, do you see shadows? Do you see something that we've seen today?
1 loud, solid knock.
Oh my god.
Fuck's sake.
Are they threatening you?
2 knocks.
Are they helping you?
No knock.
Professor, are we in trouble?
No knock.
What the fuck?
Are you still there, Professor?
1 knock.
Are they in here with us?
No knocks.
Are they?
I'm guessing that means he doesn't know. He does not. Hopefully.
Maybe, wait, let's think. He disappeared when he touched the body. Well,
I touched the body.
He had that pendant. Maybe that's a key.
God. Oh my god, Professor, touch the necklace! Is it in your pocket?
No knock.
Oh my god. Maybe he's touching it. Maybe he's trying. He might be thinking of something.
Professor, is where you are familiar to you?
1 knock.
Are you in a home? Somebody's home?
2 knocks.
Are you in a building where people work?
2 knocks.
Are you outside?
1 knock.
Are you in a graveyard?
2 knocks.
Are you in the woods?
1 knock.
Are you where we broke down?
1 loud, solid knock.
Fuck.
Oh my god, should we go back? Should we go there? We've got the car!
Yes.
Yeah, we should fucking go. We should fucking
We should
go.
fucking go! Wait! Professor, should we come get you? Can we come to you?
No response.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't see another option. I don't see another pathway.
Wait, what time is it? Let's ask him if he's got the same time. Is it still 4:30?
It's still 4:30 on your phone, yes.
Is it 4:30, Professor?
one solid knock.
What the fuck? If time's not moving for both of us, we should just go. We should just go.
That's the only thing. We gotta go see if we can help him.
You coming, Brian?
Yeah. Sure. Where? Where are we going?
You know
we
where we
doing?
broke down the wall, climbed over?
Yeah, where you fucked up your ankle.
Oh, the fucking wall. Okay.
It's where the professor is. I head back inside real quick, and I grab another bottle of whiskey, and I bring it out. Unless something stops me or whatever.
No, you're good. Fresh bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Though as you approach the liquor cabinet, actually, roll please.
With this time standing still, Pumpkin, would alcohol have an effect since like a food thing? Just a clarity question.
As far as you notice, yeah, I mean, yes.
Yeah?
Yep, you've been drunk and tipsy. It's the same effect you normally have.
Okay.
But you do feel like your foot is better when you've done it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
PB, check Discord.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. 1 second. So you rolled... Okay. As you approach this cabinet, you feel like scotch might be a better choice.
Yeah, I reach for the whiskey, and then I pass over the vodka, and for some reason, like, I don't grab them. And then I grabbed, like, the 12-year-old scotch, and it feels right. Is that about right?
Yeah. This feels like a better option.
All right. I grab it and go out to the garage. This is for the road. In case you need a little something to take the edge off here. And I go and grab a paper bag that I know I have and put it in there and give it to Brian.
Yeah, I'd probably take it and I'll kind of, I guess I'm going in the passenger seat. I'll put it into the glove compartment and shut it in there. Or just kind of like, I've been through that before, kind of hiding it. So
So
throw
it's
the glove
kind of
compartment.
habit when you do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember I popped back in one last time to check the dog's food bowl. Still full?
Still full, yeah. Still full.
Damn, man, I hope you guys get hungry. I don't know what to tell you. Well, you know where the doggy door is. If you need to go, you can go. Right? Be good boys. I'll be back. I'll be back now, I guess. Since it's always now. And I walk out to the garage. Got the keys in my hand, and I go into the driver's seat, and whoever, like, I unlock the doors, get in however they like, and I hit the garage door and fire up the Escalade.
All right. Who's sitting where?
I'm probably just sitting behind Brian.
Brian, are you in the front seat?
I would have probably felt a little bit of sympathy for Emma after her big freak out, and I would have opened the door for her. I wouldn't have been like cordial and nice. I just would have opened it and kind of waved my hand toward the door, like, without saying anything. Just, if you want it, you can have it.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I would let her get in and shut the door for her.
All right. You head out of your driveway. It started to rain now. Still sunset. And as you head out of the town on the road that you vaguely remember taking, it's probably the only main road really that you can, highway that you can get to this other town.
Yeah, wasn't there a name for this road? Do we have a name for that?
There was a name for this road. I forgot what I called it.
The 40? something
We'll call.
like that,
We'll go with
wasn't
the 40. Well, there's a something, and then there was a nickname
Chat.
for this road. Chat, can you help us? Do you remember?
What was it called? The halfway.
Halfway. That's what it was. Yep, halfway. All right. So we are on the halfway. So you're on this highway, and you're headed out now. It was about a 2.5 hour drive that you had already been on when you broke down. So you'll be driving for quite a while. There's no real way to tell the time. Your Escalade clock does read 4:30. So you're driving for quite a while, and then you do.
As
oh yeah,
we
go
get,
ahead.
as we start going on the road, I pull out my phone, and who's in the passenger seat?
Emma.
Emma's in the
Emma?
passenger. Yep.
I think about handing my phone to Emma, and I like, because I don't want to drive and use it at the same time, but nah. So I just like scroll to the stopwatch or timer or whatever, and just hit start.
I wish we had inspiration points in this system. I'm making it up. You can have an inspiration point.
Woohoo!
Cheater. That was fucking brilliant. All right, so you're setting a timer, stopwatch, right when you exit out the driveway, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
as soon as I think of it, probably like right as we get on the road, thinking about how long the journey was the first time, I went, you know what? Let's time it.
Okay.
And I also like flip back to the phone camera on the phone, and I take a picture of the odometer.
Nice. I'm gonna leave you here, and we're going to jump to where the professor is.
Oh, okay. I was like, you better not cut this shit. You better not kill you.
Professor Theo. Oh dear. Oh, our cameras have gone. That's all right. That's all that matters is Professor Theo.
Oh no, I
at the
turned it
moment.
off because he turned his off. I thought I was like,
Oh,
flip it
yeah,
so
yeah,
only
yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
see him, and then we're in his world right now.
Yeah.
You know, then we're all gone, so we're all like quiet.
So hold on, before you do, can you turn your cam back off? Katie, can you turn yours off too?
Yeah, you both need to be off.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Yep. Now Katie, you can turn yours back on. Oh no, not perfect. Oh god. Oh no.
There's two Katies.
There's two Katies. Sorry. CK, turn yours back on. Katie Peters, turn yours off.
Okay. Is it just stop video? I've never done this before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just stop video.
Okay.
Okay, and then oh no.
Now have her turn back on.
No.
Yeah, now turn yours back on.
Note,
No,
I
because we
didn't
need
turn
Zeke.
my camera off. I switched to another one.
Yeah,
'cause of this.
that's why. Okay. So, but now we've got Classy Katie and okay, wait. So CK,
Whoever
turn yours
turns
off.
to the back of the line.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's all right. 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 So it's a mini game. Wait. I have music for this. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any. I don't have any joyful music for this.
So.
Here's
Right,
here's how you do it.
Yeah.
Whoever's supposed to be in Classy Pax's spot that he's in right now.
That's you. That's you.
Who?
So turn your camera off.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
He's
mhm.
in Classic Katie's spot.
So,
but-
no, he is, but he should be where he is right now.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody
Okay.
turn their cameras off. Just not everybody. Not everybody. I'm sorry.
I
Theo,
will.
you stay.
No, that's actually the best plan. If
Yeah,
turns
everybody
their
else-
camera off,
everybody
we can
else do it.
one at a time and see who goes where.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody turn your camera off.
Except for you, Theo. You're good.
Yep.
Okay, Zeke. Nope. Sorry, turn it back off. So CK. Great. Next, I think, is Zeke. Perfect. Katie Peters. Nope, I lied. Turn it back off. Classy Pax. Now, Katie. Ta-da!
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. I actually,
I was adding to the immersion.
I love that you did that. I love that you did that.
Everybody gets one with Zoom.
Yeah.
Everyone does it once.
Yep.
I have a
So
better idea.
yeah.
There you go.
That's what
Thank
I
you
had
so
to
much.
do. Yeah, yep.
Thank
You've
you so
just-
much. Okay.
Napkin of shame.
I can also just hide. I can also just hide the cam if you would prefer, so you don't have to hold up a napkin.
Sticky note.
Oh, sticky
Okay,
note.
sticky note. That's very
Clever
clever.
girl.
All right, clever girl. Okay, so Theo, after you
Yes.
touch this body, you kind of feel this electricity running up your spine, and the hairs on your arms stand up. And when you kind of step back away from the trunk, you are on a road. There's a little bit of fog and light rain, but the rain doesn't seem to really permeate into your clothes the way that it should. It's you feel somewhat dry, but yet you feel the dampness still. And you look around and you recognize this road. And when you look over your right shoulder and you're surveying your surroundings, you see your car.
Okay. So looking around, one, does it feel like the rain before? Because I think we made note that like the rain didn't feel right the first time.
That's right. Yes, it feels very similar to before.
Is anyone at the car or around the car? And also, what side am I on in terms of the barrier?
You are on the left side. So sorry,
like
the
the
right
road
side.
side?
So you're on the road side. Yep, you're on the road side.
Okay.
Yep. And no, you don't
yeah.
see anyone at the car. However, you do hear some voices in the distance coming from behind you, away from the car.
I turn to look and see if anyone's there.
No, you don't see anyone.
I think I'm going to try to use Aura Sight again. I'm going
Okay.
to focus in and try to see if I can see anything that's maybe hidden.
Okay, go ahead and roll for me.
Roll real low. Come on now. Come on now.
Come
Ooh,
on,
that's a
come on.
90.
Oh, yay, okay. No, so you find it really hard to focus, actually. You can't really... Usually when you do your aura sight, you start by focusing on yourself. Is that right? Like, tell us what
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
like.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like clearing the mind, focusing in really hard on almost kind of the space in between the words. Like when you're reading a book and you kind of zone out for a second there and you can kind of see where there isn't something.
Okay.
That's more or less what he does. If anything,
Okay.
maybe he potentially discovered it while reading. And that's
Okay.
kind of how he was able to kind of pull back
Wonderful.
to it.
Okay, so as you're starting to try to begin this process with yourself, maybe by focusing on your hands or, something maybe that you could start to see the aura if you just let your eyes unfocus for a moment. But you just can't seem to get to that part where you can let go enough to unfocus on your hands.
Hello? I'm like walking toward the car slowly.
Okay.
Hello?
There seems to be a muffled voice from just not in the car, because when you look, there's nothing there. But maybe on the other side of the car? But you can't really make out what's being said.
Hello?
There's no response.
Is this my car? Looks
This
like
is
my
your
car,
car.
everything.
This is your car, 100%. This is your car.
I check the doors to see if they're unlocked.
Do you normally leave your car unlocked?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Tiny town. No one would steal this piece of shit.
It's unlocked.
Open the door, look in. Keys in the ignition, keys out.
Keys are in the ignition.
Try to turn the car over.
It won't start.
Sounds the same as before. Kind of that same
That's right.
not turning over. Okay.
Mhm.
Take the keys out of the ignition.
Okay.
Hands are probably shaking a little bit, not liking the fact that I'm no longer in a house.
Yeah. I'd say. Which, by the way, for those listening, we did have him roll, and he did succeed his unnatural. So he's holding it together right now. We did do that.
Yeah. He's starting to piece, like... Well, anyway. No, I'm not going to say that.
That wasn't me. It wasn't a trick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what that was.
Back, bio.
But that was...
And his death metal turns on. The battery's still going. Yeah. So steps out of the car, shuts the door, and goes to the trunk, and pops the key in, and tries to open it.
Roll.
28.
Yeah. There's a body in this trunk.
Same body?
Same body, same position. Her eyes are open. It's like they're looking at you.
I reach for the pendant in my pocket and take it out.
Okay. What are you doing with this pendant?
Looking at it, seeing if anything has changed.
Unless you would like to roll something particular here before I answer, I will give you that opportunity.
I have uncanny sight. It's just he's got very good eyesight with his glasses.
Okay. Hey, man, this entire rule system is meant for you to argue me.
Yeah.
You have to fight for what you want, so let's do it. Okay.
I will let bifocals. You.
All right. There we go. There's the fight. Okay.
There it is.
Go for it.
All right. I grew up with bifocals. I had them. All right. Rolling. I need to get under a 20 for a success, under a 70 for a full or a partial.
Partial. Yeah.
That is a 6.
It is the same pendant from earlier. Absolutely nothing has changed about this pendant for you.
Okay. Do I remember what pocket he took it from? He being a trick.
He took it from her left pocket. As you close your eyes, you can remember that's where he grabbed it from.
I reach into her left pocket.
It's empty.
Okay. He's looking at that, and it's a pendant. It's not like a locket that opens or anything.
It's
just
not
a solid.
It's like, did you ever get those flattened pennies from the coin machines
like
when you were a
Disney
kid? It looks like that. It looks alarmingly like, just something was flattened and then etched onto it. But it's not big either. It's not big like a penny or a nickel. It wasn't like a coin was used to make this, but it's flat like that.
Okay.
Perhaps even a bit malleable, like you can bend it.
Okay. He doesn't try to bend it, but good to know.
Roll, please.
Yes. That is a 5.
You hear.
Wow.
You hear very clearly, "I don't want your piss mittens on me." It's coming from the other side of the barrier to your right.
Okay, we're at the wrong time. Okay. He's staring at the body, pendant out, and like unconsciously his left hand goes into his left pocket and begins to trace his sketch.
Roll secretly or publicly. I will leave this up to you.
Secret.
Okay.
You now know.
Okay. As you are fingering this sketch, is it the same as before? Like what you normally do? You just kind of hold it to make yourself feel better? Okay.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
You're going to, as you're doing that, you're breathing in a little bit, maybe slowing your breath. Maybe you've done some meditation practices to kind of help you when you're in this state. And you find yourself tracing along where you know in your heart, you know what the symbol is on that paper, and you're tracing it. And as you do that, it's suddenly very clear for you what you hear. You're hearing a conversation that you heard earlier. You definitely can hear Brian, you can hear Briar. And you remember this moment. And you remember where the shadow was standing when they discovered it by the car. And it wasn't you, it wasn't what you would associate with you. And this confuses you.
Times have this happened?
Do you say that out loud?
Absolutely. He mumbles to himself a lot. I do.
Okay. As you say, as you mumble, how many times has this happened? You start to hear this whispering again that you've heard before now. It's like your own voice this time. It's like you're saying stuff you've heard before, maybe today, maybe yesterday. Maybe you haven't said it yet, but you know it's your voice. And you get this overwhelming feeling that you've done this before. This is not the first time that this has happened. This is not the first time you've stood here, and this is not the first time that you've gone back to this place.
Looking at the medallion and looking at the body, I hesitate for probably a brief moment and place the medallion back in the pocket it's supposed to go.
Roll.
A 17.
Wow.
As you do that, and you place the medallion back into the pocket, a car, an Escalade, black Escalade, pulls up into your view behind you. And we're going to switch to the Escalade. Sticky notes. All right, you guys have been driving. The timer on your... Did you use your phone? Sorry, remind me again. You used your phone for this timer, right? Trick?
Yep.
Okay. So
And I put it on the mount.
Right.
And I'm watching it.
Okay. It's exactly 2.5 hours. As you're approaching, you do see in the distance, you see that beat shitter of a car in the distance, broken down in the middle. Remember, there's no side of the road, so it had to stop, and you see it. It's a straight road. There are not many hills. There are not passing lanes. You see it far in the distance before you get there.
And you see Trick like take off his glasses and just like put them up on the dash. And he just goes, well, fuck me. Professor's car right there.
You can all
I
see
don't
it
know
now.
why I'm surprised.
We can see it too.
Yeah, absolutely. The car's there.
How is the... Okay, should we check it out?
It's
Maybe.
still about 5 minutes off. You can see it in the distance, but it's still about a 5-minute drive.
I can pull over right now if anybody wants to get out, but I'm going.
Keep going.
All right, just holler if you want to stop.
As you get closer, you see the professor standing next to the car by the trunk.
I glanced down at the timer. Is it still going?
Yep, timer's still going.
Okay.
Oh my god, do you see him? Do you see him? Trick!
Yeah, I see him. Hold on. I slow down before I get up there. And I kind of like do a little beep beep. See if he waves or anything.
Yeah, he waves.
Son of a bitch. I keep going till I get to him.
Okay,
I pull behind the Corolla.
directly behind the Corolla. Okay.
Is that actually him? It's
I roll
actually
down
him,
the
right?
window. Professor, is that you? Looks like you.
How many times have you done this?
Excuse me?
We just got here.
Are you saying we've been here before? In this car?
I don't know. I wanted to check. Because I think I've been here multiple times.
Only been the one for me. I get out. I pull out my smokes and light one up.
They're not your smokes.
Motherfuck. Brian, do you have my cigarettes again? Are they switched?
Staring kind of blankly behind the seat, without looking, I put my hand into my pocket, pull out, and I'm holding a pack of cigarettes.
They're his cigarettes.
I walk
Fuck me.
over and I hand him his, and hopefully he hands me mine.
Yep.
I get my lighter and light one up, put the smokes back.
I light one too, right in his car. I don't even ask permission. I just light one in the back seat.
I don't even give a fuck. Normally I'd rip your fucking head off, but right now I don't care.
Yep. I don't even inhale it. I just let it burn.
You just Pink Floyd it. Just sit there.
Yeah, just lit, just staring at the professor.
This it's gotta have an explanation. How much time went by on your phone, Trick?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
What time does the dash say?
4:30. Sorry, 2 hours 45 seconds.
What the fuck? Professor, how long have you been here? Do you feel like you've been here?
Multiple times. I don't know.
Did you
Before.
Do you remember communicating with us by like smacking the car?
Do I?
You do not.
No. I heard the conversation earlier with Briar and Brian, and I kind of point out where they were. Do I still hear them talking?
What conversation? Which one?
Yes, you do.
Can you
Everyone
not hear
can
that?
roll.
Do we hear it?
Everybody roll.
Briar, me and you, baby, again. Jinx.
Briar rolled a 17, as did Trick.
Mm-hmm.
Emma rolled a 24, and Brian rolled a 55. Yes, you all hear you hear the voices of yourselves in a conversation you had earlier today. It's about getting over the wall. I believe Emma's yelling about, did you hurt yourself? Did you sprain it?
Wait a minute, Professor?
Is that my voice?
Did you see me come over and take a piss right about here?
Oh, I just hear them.
Okay. Because I walked over to this area. Look at what I thought I saw. Because I saw this very situation. This car right here. First time we came out here.
Right. There is still the body in the trunk. I checked.
So we hear the voices. Can we see ourselves?
No.
I can hear my own voice.
I don't see.
Yes.
I mean,
Do you guys
just
see
to,
anything?
just to clarify, you were on the other side of the barrier at this point. Like, when this was happening, the three of you at least were on the other side of the barrier. The only person on this side of the barrier, I believe, was Theo.
Mm-hmm. I just absentmindedly checked my phone to see if I have service.
You do have service.
What the motherfucker?
What?
I got
Barman.
Holy shit.
I'd pull up my phone too. It's only got that 2% though, so I just turn on real quickly and turn it back off. Yep, I guess I got it.
This may seem a little weird, but I'm gonna call myself. I dial my own number in my phone.
It's just gonna go to voicemail.
We'll see.
It goes to voicemail. Do you have a voicemail? What does your voicemail say?
It's automated.
It's
not
just
my
the
voice.
automated, not your voice.
It says,
Okay, interesting.
You've reached Henry. Leave a message.
You've reached Henry, leave
This
a message.
is not my work phone.
Hold on. Let's try it. Hold on. Let's try this. All right. How about here? All right, Trick here. That's my number. Give me a call.
I'm going to leave a voicemail for myself.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, ooh, what's the voicemail?
Trick, this is Trick. You're getting this. I hope it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's still today, and you're still fucked. But if you do get this, why don't you give me a call back? All right. Love you. Bye.
As you hang up, your phone rings.
I look at it.
It's an unknown number. Trick, this
Hello?
is Trick. If you're getting this, it sounds you and it's distant. But it is you and it is the message you just left.
Speakerphone.
He puts it on speaker for all of you to hear. It is identical to the message that he just left.
There's no way.
And as you're standing there holding your phone out, a police car pulls up and rolls to a stop. A police officer gets out of the car. You called for a jump? And that's where we're going to end our episode today.
Son of a bitch!
Okay.
So, yeah, let it all out. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
And we're going to go around and we're going to talk about how you feel and then who you are and where we can find you. And we're going to go in reverse order here. So let's start with Brian, aka Classy Packs. Thank you so much for playing. Tell us who you are and where to find you.
I'm playing Brian Miller, a guy who's drunk, who doesn't know what the hell's going on, and
Is that what his eHarmony says? Is a drunk.
Is a drunk.
And I'm a drunk, don't bother.
And although there's a lot I want to tell, but definitely with the situations at hand, it's definitely a situation of where I'm trying to keep myself cool, but I'm not so sure how to handle it. So I'm sitting there dabbling a lot in self-thought while everyone else is contemplating on what to do, what actions to go forward. Wait, what was it supposed to talk about? Sorry, my mind's
No,
spinning
this
right
is
now.
good.
It's
This
like,
is good.
fuck.
I actually like it when we talk a little bit about what's going on in characters and what you're thinking and whatnot. But tell us where to find you outside of the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right. You can find me at Twitch TV /ClassPacks. I do a lot of roleplay stuff. You probably might even find me tonight or tomorrow doing a little more of that Atlas RP thing that's been going on.
Yeah, he's real good. Admiral of the Navy.
We have yet to meet.
Katie Peters, aka Briar.
Hi, I play
Hi.
Briar.
Yeah. How was today's episode for you?
It was insane. I feel like everybody's sidetracked by the fact, but like there's still a body, but now there's just some crazy shit happening.
There's so much to sidetrack. There's the shadowy figures, the dead body, the time warp thing. Where do you put your focus? You're like, we're all talking about a dead dude, and there's this shadowy figure standing beside us going like, I concur.
I know.
We forget about him.
I know. There's so many like areas I want to investigate, but I feel like it will happen in due time. Just have to be patient. But I stream on Katie Peters Plays. We do a lot of horror and sci-fi, and we try a lot of different stuff over there. We're playing Dead Space right now, so if you like me and you want to hang out with me, that's what I'm up to.
First time playing?
Yeah, it's my first time playing Dead Space.
Ooh, I envy you.
It's
Good,
really
right?
good. Yeah, it's really good. I feel like I've missed the boat, so I'm glad I'm doing it now.
It's really, really good. I've only just started through Dead Space 2 for the first time as well. Missed it. Have had it for years, but haven't played through. So
Same. I was like
for a treat.
just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm doing it, and now I'm like regretting I didn't start sooner. So.
You can also find Katie Peters here on Monday nights, by the way. She's in the Judge Dredd show.
I'm in Sector 49. I play Little Jambles. I'm a
Little
clone
Jambles.
hacker.
Yeah, she's great. Super
Barely
great.
hanging on to her insanity, so that's a lot of fun. So come hang out on Monday nights too.
Next up, I believe we have the Professor, Theo, Dan. How was today?
Oh, you know, just got sucked into a weird time vortex. No big deal.
No biggie.
Sunrise, sunset.
Can I just...
Regular Wednesday for me, honestly. I'm Domestic Dan, and I have a hungry dog who is really trying his best
hungry?
to eat dinner right now. Because it's 2 minutes after, and he's upset about that.
Check his food bowl.
I know, right? Did they eat today? Yeah, Domestic Dan, cooking streamer. Today's my budget cooking day, so I tend to cook a little bit after this. And you can also find me on Tablestory. Halcyon Unbound, our Teen Titans-esque show. It's pretty great. But yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. The professor doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's putting things together, but it doesn't really fit.
I think you guys are figuring out a lot, which is pretty exciting for me as a GM to see kind of how your brain is working and where you're going and the things you're trying, and it's been very, 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 very good. Zeke.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for watching. I am so grateful. You have no idea how grateful I am when I get into a good RP group. Everybody's just like doesn't care about looking cool or nothing, just dives right in. Fucking awesome, and I'm having
brother.
Yeah,
such a great time.
Let's soapboxing more about thinking about the other people in the group and how to keep it going. That's key. That's key.
So good.
Absolutely. You can find me on @/Ezekiel _III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I broadcast usually Thursday through Sunday at noon Pacific, and then Tuesdays I do some stuff, and then Wednesdays I'm here. But currently I'm I just had my first cast of Resident Evil 2, the remake, and I am fucking loving it.
Was it awesome?
About tense. Like that, a video game has not made me as tense as that one in a long, long time. Ooh. Because of playing it on hardcore, trying to find everything matters, every herb, every bullet, every ribbon, save ribbon that you find, everything matters. And it's just God, I need a new save point. It's been fun. Gonna do that tomorrow at noon and until it's done, and then I don't know, we'll figure out another game.
Wonderful. And I'm Pumpkinberry, and I've been the GM of Mood, as they say, here for today's episode. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you'd like to support us in what we do, please check out our Patreon, Tablestory. You can also join our Discord. We have theory crafting happening, so please hop in there, share all your ideas. We have fan art, fan fiction. It's great. What else does Whack normally say? Oh, I know. Whack says, thank you everyone for being awesome role players. I love when he says that. It makes me feel real good. So thank you guys for being awesome role players, and thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you next week. Except wait, I have a question for everybody. An in-character question for everyone. What are you thinking about right now? As this police officer pulls up.
I'm wondering if it's the same one I met before.
Okay.
Or if it's a different one, because, I mean, the town we're going to is bigger than the town we came from. So I'm wondering if they send out, if it's going to be a different police officer or the same one.
Professor?
Is the body still there?
Okay. What about you, Emma? What's Emma thinking about?
This doesn't make sense. I think her logical science brain is cracking a little, the kind of pieces aren't.
Briar?
I'm definitely thinking if there's still a body in the trunk.
Okay. And what about you, Brian?
I'm thinking about why this is all happening, and my brain's been a lot on the professor. He was with the car,
Okay.
alone with the body. He's the one that disappeared. He's the one that's been doing the interactions, and now we're following him out to the forest, and everything's kind of going on repeat, and I'm holding my gun in my hand and looking at him. It's in my pocket.
Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm also thinking that gum you like is coming back in stock. That's a deep cut. I'm sorry. It's a deep Twin Peaks cut.
And that is where we will officially end. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday. We've got shows here on Tablestory Monday through Friday, so if you want to check out other stuff, do that. But otherwise, we will see you next Wednesday. Adios. Stay safe. Wash those piss mittens.